this lineman in the gym he used to work out at. He knew both of them. He said because they were dorm mates at USC, so they were taking like PEDs and stuff like that. And then NFL kind of cracked down on how they test PEDs. And once they started doing that, that's when you see their numbers go.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, because the dude said he was blocking plays like, bro, I've never gotten thrown back that hard. Like how it felt like when that first month. He's like, bro, this is crazy. Like it was different. He played the next season after the PED. He's like, it's a whole different player. Like you know who this was?
Jeez.
He said he was
How?
like bracing for impact on the step back, and he was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Then yeah, because Brian Christian fell off at the same time.
Yeah, he used to be nice, and then you're right, just sharp fall offs for both of those plays.
Fall off, yeah. And it makes sense. Brian Christian makes the most sense because you see his freaking training camp footage of him going that player. That man was just
Mm.
overzealous. He was in it. He was a psychopath.
Middle linebacker is one of those just wild positions just because of the people you block end up having to block and just roles.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Johnson, Bill Romanowski, these are just wild boys. Takes a lot to play that position. How much time do they have per draft pick? Is it 10 minutes?
It's 10 minutes. It shortens as the rounds go by. The first round's 10 minutes. I think the second round is also 10, and then I think it goes to like five or three, something like that. Oh, it's Cam Ward. You on the phone? All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, because we already know it's going to be Cam Ward. All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sorry for all those with the live stream going down. There's a new link being sent out. My docking station just died, so I need to go buy a new docking station. That's great.
Listen, I just have to go recently eat the cost of a laptop, so I think you could survive getting a docking station.
True.
I know we're trying to do it for it, man. We know it's Cam Ward, man. We just saw him on the phone. Man, they just showed him on the phone, man. Like, come on now.
They just want to. They really want to talk about Shador so much. Okay, hold on.
Jackson State highlights. Like I get it, but like, let's come on now.
Real quick, is Shador a good quarterback? Like, forget everything else, because them talking about, oh, no one went to his birthday party, which I don't believe. Do you think he's actually a good quarterback?
I think he's a quarterback, but he's a game manager quarterback, which is not bad. He's not a quarterback I would draft to hopefully change the face of my team. Like he doesn't change the face of a team. So that
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this way. Um, is Shador just another Brock Purdy?
Uh,
Mm.
I think Brock Purdy has better playmaking.
He has a better what?
I think Brock Purdy's a better playmaker than Shador.
Okay. So Shador was making plays with Travis Hunter during the season? Again, I wasn't really following him.
What I mean is that it's different, especially when you're going against elite competition. Like it's the NFL. You're doing that in the NFL versus him doing that in the Big 12 in college. Like you know what I mean? That's just what it is. I think, but also Brock Purdy developed that, and after his first season, because the way how he played last season, how he looked is completely different than how he played uh, the first season when he actually started. Like he looks more in himself. He's more comfortable now. He can stretch the ball. He can stretch plays out. He can scramble out. It just looks different. I think Shador can do that, but I mean, at the end of the day, they're pretty much kind of game managers.
Okay.
I think you're right. I think he's a serviceable quarterback, but not necessarily a franchise quarterback. He's not
But
someone
yeah,
that you would draft and say, okay, hey, that's the guy that's going to turn my franchise around.
yeah, he's
So
like a Phillip Rivers or Eli.
hold on. Philip Rivers did a lot for the Chargers,
Oh,
though.
he did a lot, but
Whoa.
he's a game manager. You feel me? It's like
Do you remember the one year when they literally had the number one offense and the number one defense and still couldn't make the playoffs? Is that Philip Rivers' fault?
nah, that's just the AFC, fam. Like
Hold on. Are they really comparing Cam Ward to Patrick Mahomes?
I, I hope not. I hope not.
Let the
I
kid
hope
get
not.
into a building somewhere and throw a pass or something.
Yo,
But feel like Phillip Rivers didn't work out. He had to go through what? Big Ben, Peyton,
it
and
was just
Manning.
honestly, it was just really you're in the.
That's
It sucked to be in the area you're in.
man,
It's
bro, that's just that luck, dude.
no
That's
like
just that
the
luck.
perfect comp for Philip Rivers right now is Josh Allen. You're a great quarterback. It just sucks right now. You're with Lamar, Joe Burrow, Pat Mahomes.
Nah, I can't. I guess, but we should have beat the Chiefs, bro. I'm sorry. Like they should have beat the Chiefs.
Someone's
I'm
got,
dead.
Burrow's gonna beat the Chiefs for him, and then he's gonna go beat Burrow. Yo, Cam Ward's really crying. You know why he's crying? Because he's gonna be in Tennessee. He's like, God damn, I was Miami for Tennessee.
Man, my team gave the Chiefs a game, fam. And we picked 8 this year. We gave them a game. They barely beat us.
Dog, that joint is crazy.
And the Bills can't, but who has a better team than my team can't beat the Chiefs. It's kind of oh, that's sad.
And again, guys, like the video, leave a comment, all of that. We're here.
Nope, the
So
pick is in.
It was
the pick's
in.
been.
I
Listen,
mean,
the Titans actually came out and said, "Nah, we're not trading. We're not trading the pick. We're done. We know what we're gonna do." And they literally told Cam Ward, "We're picking you number one." Now let me ask you this: if Cam Ward does not get picked here, let's say they did something crazy and took Abdul Carter, what pick is Cam Ward getting picked in?
why wouldn't he go number 2 or 3? Both of those teams need quarterbacks.
Honestly, I don't think anyone really gave Cam Ward any time of day because of everyone knowing that he's going to Tennessee.
If you follow the philosophy of draft the best available player, he would be the very next player drafted.
All right.
For either 2 or 3, with the exception of the Patriots, the Jaguars wouldn't take a quarterback. The Raiders would love it.
All right. Hey, listen, I'm not against it. I'm just like, you know how sometimes when a person slips and they slip so much, the reason they slip is because everyone's like, wait, the team that was supposed to pick him up, why didn't they pick him up? Is it something that we don't know? You know what I mean?
I'm being an asshole right now.
Uh
Uh
oh.
oh. Uh
In 3 years, the Titans will be right back here.
because Cam Ward is not that guy, or why?
Yeah, they didn't have that guy and a bad GM. They're gonna be right back here, dog. If they can't get players, fam, it's a wrap.
They need to get another. I like Calvin Ridley, and I don't know how much of last year was Calvin Ridley or Will Levis, but I think they could actually do pretty good. Oh, the Browns traded the pick
To who? The Jags?
to the
Oh,
Jags.
chill.
To the Jags.
For who? Travis?
36, a fourth round pick. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Hold
whoa.
on, no, I need the trade. I need the trade. Hold on.
Travis. It's gotta be for Travis.
You're sure not Abdul Carter because they do need defensive line help.
You trading up all that for Abdul?
Hey,
Hey,
listen, people have been talking about Abdul as being that guy.
yes. The foot issue apparently isn't that much of an issue anymore.
It must have healed.
It didn't require surgery.
Okay, so here's the full trade. The Browns are sending the number 2 pick, a fourth round pick, and a sixth round pick in return for the fifth round pick, a second round pick this year, a fourth round pick this year, and then next year, first round pick. 3 spots to give up 2 first rounders?
For Abdul? Like, come on, bro. Like,
Hold
it's
on.
not for Abdul.
Thank you.
It cannot be for Abdul.
If it's not Abdul, then who is it? Travis? It's
It gotta
Travis
be
Hunter?
Travis.
Is Travis Hunter worth that?
I would.
You'd pay all that for Travis Hunter. Your first round this year, next year, this year's second and
Wait a
fourth.
minute. Hold on. If you give all that for him, are you going to let him play both ways? You're
Yeah,
down
I'm
to.
gonna play both. You playing both. If I give him all that, you playing both sides.
Do you think that Travis knew this was gonna happen?
I don't know. Probably not. Who knows? I don't think he cares. As long as you get the place on order.
I think he's just glad he's not playing in Cleveland.
I think if what I would do with Travis, I would he playing corner for me full time. Like he's a full time corner.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
They
on.
package him in
Hold
offensive line.
on. So no. Because now the question is, um, now I really want to know what are the Browns aiming for here?
Who? Sorry.
Deshaun Watson is not playing this year. They're not trading for Kirk Cousins anymore because they signed
Oh,
what's his name? Who did they sign? Who did they sign? Oh, Joe Flacco. Yeah, no. So they're
No,
definitely
what
not
did I tell you? I told you they're going to position themselves to get Archie Manning next year.
two first round picks. You're gonna get the number one pick, that's for sure.
I think this is a Jags pick. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be the Jags pick too. So because like they're not getting a quarterback. If they get Abdul,
Dion is saying three quarterbacks in a row.
who?
Three quarterbacks in a row.
So Jacksonville's getting Shador.
And then who would be the third one? Jackson Dart?
You got me fucked up. Ain't no way. Ain't
Yo,
no
nah, Dion
way.
got to get on the call. Dion got to get on the call to justify what he's trying to say.
Ain't no fucking way.
Okay, so you're saying they position themselves next year for Archie Manning, but okay, fine. You're gonna get Archie Manning. So what? This year you're gonna draft a wide receiver then with the fifth overall pick, and then next year you have two first round picks to either move up for Archie Manning or get a top quarterback. Because honestly, you offer two first round picks next year for the number one pick, you're gonna get it.
Mm.
Unless, but I was also telling you, a team that has the number one pick most likely needs Archie Manning them damn selves. So I was having a conversation with Marvin last weekend where I said that it's going to be really hard to trade up for the number one pick next year because everyone's going to want to trade up to get Archie Manning.
Oh, they might be
But
Abdul.
hold on, yeah, but everyone's going to trade up next year to get Archie Manning. But if you trade up for Archie Manning, that means the team with the number one pick doesn't want Archie Manning. How do you get the number one pick? Because you need a quarterback. The only way you could a team that doesn't need a quarterback has the number one pick is if, God forbid, a torn Achilles type thing or a torn rotator cuff.
I'll be right back.
But also, just to let you know, I did see. I got to look at the script for the NFL 2025-2026 season. The
Yeah.
Steelers are going to move up, and they're going to have a top five pick to get their quarterback of the future while drafting in Pittsburgh
Next year.
next year. Yeah, we're not drafting Shador unless he falls to the bottom back half of the second round. That's for sure.
Oh man, this is pretty interesting. I like the way the draft kicked off this year with
Ah,
all those
shoot! I wanted to
debates.
make a parlay bet that there was going to be at least five first round trades this year because I think the over under was 4.5, and I want to pick the over.
Oh,
Woo!
seeing a lot of Travis Hunter right now.
Yo, listen, this is definitely something.
The fact that
So
with
Dion said it was before the trade. He ain't think all that was gonna happen. Yo,
Travis
so
Hunter with Trevor Lawrence, what are you thinking?
okay, so listen, he can play both sides of the field, but he has to pick one to major in, right? You're gonna be a major in one and a minor in the other. So is he
Well,
gonna
Trey
be
Lance is saying he gonna play
he's
corner
gonna
full time
corner full time wide
and wide
receiver
receiver.
occasionally?
Yep.
I think the Jaguars need a receiver though, because they lost a good amount of things.
They gave away. Well, Ridley's gone. Christian
Christian Kirk is gone too, I think.
Kirk, I think he's gone. Who else they got?
I think they kind of scrapped almost everyone they had on offense.
The only backup
Jaguars.
is like ETN.
ETN is gone. I think ETN is out. Well, no, not anymore. But ETN, this is last year. They're not going to pick up the fifth year option on him. But Jacksonville Jaguars.
They have that tight end that I thought was going to be a bit more productive. Brenton Strange, I think his name is.
Is it? I think he's on Texas though, isn't he? Oh no, he. Oh no, he's on there. So they have Brian Thomas Jr. I knew that one. Gabe Davis was the second one. They let everybody else go. Yo, what is going on here?
All right.
Who's the
Hurry up.
pick? Hurry up, dog. What the
Pick him.
Yeah,
hell?
right. He's over there smiling, cheesing, just.
All these freaking pauses and shit, man. Hurry up.
He wants to make sure he doesn't mess up. You don't want to pull Steve Harvey.
CTE kicking in. Yep, Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. He went to Duval.
Good luck, Mark.
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. I don't see his girlfriend. Is this girl? Oh, no, he still doesn't see his girlfriend?
Yep.
Ah, damn.
I'm a Rolex.
She got him a Rolex?
Yep.
Oh, damn. Man, that suit is bright. My
Okay,
TV
right.
screen
My
can't
camera's
even.
popping right now. Listen, I think he's gonna fit in the Duval community down there.
uh, I don't know.
Listen.
Like I know Jacksonville is one. The team doesn't even have like Jacksonville's energy
Well, he's gonna bring some swag to the team down there.
for sure. He might be the face of the franchise outside of
He could be
Trevor
Shohei.
Lawrence. He's gonna be Shohei. Yo, that's what he's supposed to be. That's literally he said I'm the NFL Shohei. That's really what he's aiming to be. So I ain't mad at it.
I just honestly, I get it in college because even in college, athletes can be so superior to the talent that they're facing.
Yes, but once you
It's
get
a
to the
hard
major
thing for me to
leagues,
swallow in the NFL that he's going to play two ways,
yeah,
even 50% of the time on each side of the ball. It's
God dang.
I
But
agree,
is
but
it?
all but the
He's
game's
6 foot
different now, bro.
tall.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, he's tall. No, Travis Hunter's tall, bro.
Yeah, I mean Eric Armstead or whoever was saying the pick for him is like sunning him like at least 7 inches taller than the man's.
I'm saying like 6'6".
Damn. So I was right. Seven
No,
inches,
like
close enough.
I said the same thing at first, but like the game's different. It's not as physical, especially all the rules you have protecting players. Like it's just
Fair,
yeah,
but just
okay,
also
fair.
like
I'm definitely
a
getting that
wide
jersey though.
receiver needs to be in the wide receiver meeting room for the whole week planning for the whole week. How are you gonna do that and practice your routes on offense and still go to defense and understand the
That's
defensive
the
scheme you need
issue.
to
That's gonna
play?
be the main issue. Because you're talking about going against players who focus on one position. That's their craft. That's all they
Mm-hmm.
do.
Exactly.
And you
Correct.
got to
That's
Yeah.
where
cover
I'm a
that along
little
with trying to get open on DBs who only play DB. They study DB. That's all they do.
and they know your tendencies.
And they put it. They're gonna put in more time than you in training because that's all they train. They're not doing two different positions. So it's like that's the tough part about it in the NFL
In
today.
baseball, you could kind of pull it off because
Yeah,
pitching is
yeah.
pitching and hitting is hitting.
He pitches once. He pitches every 5 games. Like
Exactly.
not, what I mean? That's different. Like
Not
versus being open for an
150 snaps a
outfield.
game. That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah. I hope it
See, I
works out.
saw.
I want to see it to be fair, but
I do. I want him to succeed. I really want him to succeed to prove it's really on that whole
Agree.
it's on that whole like Lamar Jackson thing. I want you to succeed to prove everyone wrong.
Mhm.
Right?
See, I saw Troy Brown do it later in his career, but he did it after having a full-time career as a wide receiver and taking all that knowledge and converting it over to, okay, how do I apply it to being a cornerback? And even then, he wasn't full-time in either one of those roles. But yeah, you're right. The rules are different today. The players are protected significantly more. it's still a physical game, but not as physical as it used to be. So
Jack
I'm rooting
saved that
for him.
man from going to Ohio, bro. And he get
Yo,
what they get like
listen.
they got zero income tax in Florida.
Yeah, no income tax, no state
Yeah, bro.
tax. Yeah.
He just got double
Woo.
whammy, man. He got wow. They just saved that man.
Hey, this man feeling himself right now. I'm proud of him. Although, uh, I wish they know what team they're getting drafted on, so they could at least get a suit that color coordinates with the team colors and whatnot. Like Cam Ward should have dressed with Titan colors. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Really? You don't think so?
no,
Oh, okay, cool. I guess it's just me.
it's gonna drip out, cuz.
Nah, let them. Yeah,
He
let
could
them
drip
discuss
out with the
this.
right color scheme. Come on now.
Nope. Them colors don't fit certain people. They don't drip out, fam.
Listen, I think the wildest draft night outfit I've ever seen was the Ezekiel Elliott half suit,
That
belly
was
button
atrocious.
showing.
That's the worst one I think I've seen, bro. That half crop top.
Yo,
Man,
he
what?
literally started the crop top thing for men. That was crazy. I didn't
Did
know
he?
that men would do crop tops like that.
Did he? I thought someone else was wearing crop tops for him.
Was someone? I don't remember. I know men would like honestly just go shirtless. Go shirtless and just come in with a boat, a necktie, and a blazer with no shirt on.
What
Don't
the
do the
Giants
whole
getting
crop
you?
top. I don't
Who the
know. The
Giants
pick is
getting you?
in though. The pick is in.
I think
Uh-oh.
Shador. I think Shador, fam.
Listen, if they don't take Abdul Carter, whoo, the
Oh yeah, they,
Patriots.
they did lose their edge, so they don't need an edge. Yeah, Abdul Carter. There you go. Congratulations, Fleetwood. Hopefully, I don't know if you're watching or not.
Nah, he
Congratulations.
ain't commenting, but
Okay.
he needs that. Dexter Lawrence is still on the Giants, right?
Oh yeah, it's on
Okay.
there. And
Yeah, so you
Brian
have Abdul
Burns
Carter and Dexter Lawrence together. That's gonna be kind of nice.
and Brian Burns. Because Kayvon and from what I've seen online at least is that they're not really big on him anymore. So
Who?
Kayvon Thibodeau,
Oh, Kayvon Thibodeau. Yeah, yeah.
they're not Giants aren't big on him
He's
anymore.
a that was his second year last year, right?
Was it?
He wasn't drafted last year. He was drafted the year before.
He was drafted the same as Evan Neal.
Yeah, I don't know when Evan Neal was drafted.
So actually, he drafted the same as Evan Neal. So this is like his third year, I think. Last year was the third year. You drafted my team drafted Icky the same year.
Mhm.
I can't remember.
Okay. Well, Will Campbell, welcome to the New England Patriots, I guess.
Yo, I sent you that picture that I saw earlier in the
With
group
the
chat.
T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
Oh man, Dion, go ahead. Dion, stay up, Nick. Stay up, dog. Please.
Is that a real Rubik's Cube you got there?
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those in a really long time.
It's a 4x4.
Damn, that one. I know it's all an algorithm, but still pretty impressive though. Hold on, what did you say this morning, Dion?
Oh, wow. See, Abdul Carter, he looks like he might need to bulk up a little bit for the NFL.
No, and honestly, a lot of these college players need to add a little bit of muscle. You know what I mean? Like they do work out, but I don't think any NFL player really. Well, I mean, except for Jadeveon Clowney, he came in with a full man's body, right?
That's
They
true.
kept him lean. He's a weird one because they kept him lean because he was playing linebacker. So
Oh, Campbellton, New England. Yeah, no, you're gonna get yourself an offensive lineman now.
Um, no excuse for the Patriots to not be at least 500 this year. Quarterback, wide
Really?
receiver, lineman.
You'll
I
be
hope that the
trash.
Patriots surprise everybody and take
You'll be
Armand
trash.
Membu.
Terrible.
Now, Panthers, get your house in order.
Oh, we straight. We better than
Yeah, I
y'all.
know. I told you, Dion. I shouted you out. Dion said that.
Yeah, we better than y'all. I want to hear that.
Don't
No
forget to drop
drafting
a
short.
like, guys. I need to see
Grilled him.
likes. I need to
No
see
arm
likes.
bone.
We're here for a very long time. Drop them likes.
He just drafted her up though.
I'm really thinking if I want to go to the draft next year in Pittsburgh.
What's in Pittsburgh next year?
Yeah, it's in Pittsburgh next year.
Hey, let's do a road show.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Marvin.
Hey, listen, I know I'm gonna be getting employed next year, so I can take and plan things like this next year.
Dion doesn't believe you when is not in the same confidence with you for the 500. He think it's gonna be a miracle.
What happened?
Dion says first, the Patriots is still lacking in 9 different positions on the team, and being a 500 team would be a miracle if they were 500 next year.
He on the ball.
Let me see. I'll get back to him after I see the schedule. Because
All right. Well, we know what the schedule. We know what the schedule is. Hold on. We know what the schedule is gonna be. I can read it to you. You know you got. Okay, hold on. I got a controversial take. We're gonna clip this one, and I want to see how it ages. I think the Jets are gonna win the AFC East next year. The Jets are going to win the AFC East.
Who did
I
they
believe
just
it.
sign? Did they just sign Russell Wilson? No, the
Hey.
Giants did.
Hey man, you was right about the Jay Daniels, the Commanders one.
Commanders.
This one? This one? So you say the Jets are better than the Bills?
It's not so much that the Jets are better than the Bills. It's that the Bills really, dude, they lost more wide receivers. It's really
That's not what
Keon
I
Coleman
asked.
and friends.
Are you saying that the Jets are gonna be better than the Bills?
Yeah, excuse me.
Yes. Unless the Bills really kill it in the draft this year, no. The Bills are really gonna listen. Last year was great. All right, it was really, really great. Josh Allen went on a crazy run, carried the team for what he really needs to carry them for. Right? But nah, he's not gonna be able to do it again this year.
What do the Jets do better than the Bills?
I believe Jets last year, their issue was Aaron. I was gonna say Aaron Donald. Aaron Rodgers. It causes dysfunction in the team.
Hold on, you didn't answer the question about
They
what
got a
they
better.
do better
Okay,
than
they got a
Bills.
better wide receiver. They got a better wide receiver than the Bills. They got better wide receivers. The Jets. Garrett Wilson is better than anyone on the Bills right now.
Would you take the Jets wide receivers or the Miami Dolphins wide receivers right now?
Well, the question is Tyreek Hill going down the AB path? That was the other thing. Miami's about to implode. And Tyreek Hill I'm really feeling scared for Tyreek Hill. Like, we've seen this with AB. Did you not see earlier this week he was holding his baby off the ledge of the 35th floor? Did you see that?
I'll keep up with the video.
By the way, Marvin, your camera's off. But no, he got in a fight with his wife and was dangling their baby over the balcony on the 35th floor of a hotel room.
That CT is crazy.
Yo, see, listen, it's going down a bad path. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyreek Hill gets traded during the draft this year.
Oh, wow.
I know the corner, Jalen Ramsey's definitely getting traded.
We'll take him.
Damn, I tried something breaking it down. 0% chance. Okay, that's crazy. All right, we'll see. Listen, I could be wrong, and I have no problem if I'm wrong. I get it if I'm wrong. But for right now, looking at it, I like Brees Hall. Brees Hall's up for trade, so that's interesting. I like the offensive weapons that they have. I just believe Aaron Rodgers was the problem last year, and I also believe that Justin Fields got a whole lot better. He did not deserve to be benched last year, and Russell Wilson did not deserve to keep his job. I blame Mike Tomlin handling of the
Man,
Justin Fields. I
Will
blame
Campbell.
Will Campbell.
I think Aaron Rodgers was a problem, but not the problem.
Oh no, the owner was the problem.
Yeah, there you go.
The owner was the problem. I'll
Are
give
they
you
still
that.
owned by the same person, sir?
They are, but they
All
got a new
right, then.
coach.
The
A new
the
coach.
problem is still there, but the problem is still there, bro.
They got a new
That's
coach.
the problem.
But nah, that's my take this year. The Jets are going to be a surprise team this year. I really believe it.
Well, that's what I said last year.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Aaron
could be,
Rodgers.
man.
Aaron, Aaron, Justin Fields is going to do enough, and that's Garrett Wilson. That's his homeboy too. And if they do really good in this draft, I'm going to double down and put some money on it. Best believe.
And Will Campbell got good feet.
Oh, he does have good feet to make up for his small arms.
Are you being serious or joking right now, AJ? I can't tell.
No, he got really good feet. His footwork is
He has good
literally
leverage. He turns really fast. He's really, like you see, he's flexible in his hips. Really good. Like pretty good.
is the arm length that's really interesting. All right, so I think that the Browns are gonna go for Armand Membu. Anyone agree? Offensive line.
They have
Yeah.
they have a pretty respectable offensive line, the Browns.
Do they?
They just don't have the quarterback play behind them.
No, wait. Oh no, did they get traded? Or is the pick in? Oh no. Okay.
I think. Yeah, I think they go maybe O line, and then I think they, like you said, go for a quarterback next year.
Damn, I'm a pretty heavy handed on my drink right there.
To be honest, I'm like, I don't think whatever they draft isn't going to fix their problems, or even
Mhm.
remotely fix their problems this year. So they just kind of like, okay, who's just kind of like the best player on the board, or who can we get to prepare for what we're trying to get next year? So I think O line would be straight. Other than that, position wise, I mean that's D line on the board, but I can't. I was going to say wide receiver maybe, but I
They're
don't see
saying
them
that the
doing that.
best fit would be Jalon Walker.
Yeah, I can see them going edge or O line. They going lineman, defense or offense, one of those two.
The pick is in.
So basically, you just gave Gareth Miles all that money to keep him happy for yet another year of
Mediocrity? Yes. You don't build a team in 1 year. Listen, they admitted they messed up with Deshaun Watson. Hold on.
Boy,
How crazy would it be?
that is
Hold
a
on.
massive mess up, dude.
What if the Browns draft Genty?
I would be very shocked. I think that'd be a waste of a pick. You know, like
Really? They're not really going for this year. They're building for next year. Genty would be a good running back to have for your rookie next year.
yeah, but then you get all this unnecessary wear and tear on him for 1 year.
Or you could think of it as getting used to the NFL speed, so that next year when your rookie comes in, you don't have two rookies in the on offensive line that you need to depend on.
I'm going lineman. I'm finna get lineman. We'll see.
No, I do believe. I believe it's going to be. It's not going to be wide receiver, so it's most likely going to be Jalen Walker. But it'll be fun if it's actually Genty. It'll be a good twist. They say a rookie quarterback best friend is a tight end, but it's really a good running back. Rookie quarterbacks love to see a full box and knowing they got one-on-one on the outside every time.
This boy's like he's straight from the Waltons.
Dog, like, is it hot over there? Like, why does it seem like he's sweating?
Why he crying?
Oh, he's crying? Okay. All right, no, you could cry. It's manly. Yo. All right,
Okay.
so far, the only shocking thing we could say for sure is the fact that the Browns traded back.
So far, yeah. Everything else is pretty much. I mean, well, I guess right now we'll see because I said lineman, so unless they switch up and draft Ashton Gentry, that'd be a shocker to me.
The players that everyone thought would be off the board right now are. The
Mm-hmm.
only shocker is the trade that it took to get them off the board.
Don't forget to
Mm-hmm.
like and subscribe to the video, y'all.
Yes, who took him and not like where they took him at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think our goal for this year by the draft is to at least get to 100
Mason
subscribers.
Graham? Well, there you go. Yeah. All right.
Really?
I think he'd be drafted that early.
Isn't he a
That
tight end?
no, he's a D lineman.
Oh, D line. Okay.
Michigan. I think he'd be drafted this high.
So hold up, you traded back to give up on Travis and Abdul Carter for Mason Graham?
I mean,
You're gonna put him on the line right next to what's his face?
I mean, wouldn't you have rather put
Abdul Carter?
yeah.
I would have the best two edge
I mean,
rushers in the game right now.
to be fair, interior they do lack an interior defense. So, I mean,
I guess.
and yeah,
Well, you know what? No, they need more interior because when you're facing the Ravens, you need interior. You really do. For Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, you need someone to crash that pocket in the middle, and you got to trust that Myles Garrett is going to be containing on the outside.
I did not think he would go this high, man. I'm gonna lie. Well, I'm a little shocked on this one, to be honest.
That's crazy. I didn't see that coming.
Wow. See, Tom Brady brings some validity to the Raiders. They even brought old ass Pete Carroll into the mix.
Hey, Pete Carroll, my favorite coach.
I like his energy. I didn't think his style is one that would work in the NFL, but what's the Detroit Lions coach?
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. Him and Dan Campbell, they're the energy guys. These guys, they will talk to you.
They're leader of men.
Run through a wall.
They are leader of men.
They're players, coaches, man. Like, they know how it is. They know what to expect from them. They play hard. They play fast. They get the best out of their players. They get players that want to play for them. That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard thing for as a coach to do. Get a player to believe in your system and that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
You like, stick with me. If you stick with me, then do this and that. We're gonna win games. And then they actually go and win games. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. All right. So next, Raiders. What do you think the Raiders need? What does Pete Carroll need to do with them for
Raiders
exactly?
need. Well, they fixed the quarterback issue, obviously with Geno. Did they get anybody at running back?
They fixed or they put a patch on?
Okay, so then that was gonna be my next question.
Next year. They draft quarterback next year, I think.
Next year? So hold on.
Yeah,
is Geno Smith a top 16 quarterback?
Yeah.
Top 12?
Well, I probably had to make a list to go through it. He might be on the edge of that.
But he's around 10 to 15 at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah, middle of the pack. That's
Closer to the 15, but yeah.
Okay.
Did they lose they got no receiver, I guess. They also they lost a safety. They have no corner. I mean, that team is just bad. They really should have had the first pick, first two picks. But yeah.
So
they need everything.
Just
I think O-line. I think we're just go O-line.
O-line. So just to give you some more intel, Jeremy Fowler reported that the Browns see Mason Graham just as good as Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter, and felt that they could trade back because they felt that was the steal.
Okay.
Listen, it only takes one team to like you, right? It only takes
He
one
might
team to
drop.
like you.
He might drop in the line, fam. Also, it's hard to say no to I think swap and then another one next year. Like, that's real hard to be like,
Yeah, that's true.
And I get a player that I technically want, and I guess the team wants as well still. So it's like, okay, sure. Wow, what?
Yo,
Okay,
meanwhile, Thing was trying really hard to say we're not thinking Genty. We're not thinking
what?
Genty. We're not thinking Genty. Listen,
Wow.
you know
I
Pete
did not
Carroll
expect
loves his
that.
beast mode running backs.
Yeah, yeah, that actually makes sense.
Not running back. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
That makes sense.
Do the Raiders have a receiver?
Listen, the Raiders are going to be the first team that brings back 30 touches a week for their running back.
They need a running back. I was thinking in my head, like, I don't know who the running back is.
No, not running back. They don't got no running backs. They ain't got none. But wide receivers, I meant.
It makes so much sense because it's getting Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll always had a good running
Pete Carroll this week was trying to do damage control. Like, why do we need a running back? We have a lot of needs on our team. We don't need running backs.
Give Pete Carroll a strong running game, an average quarterback, and a solid
Yeah.
Defense. He'll do wonders for you.
The thing is, they need the other three parts. The solid defense. I don't think they got that. Like, Max Crosby is nice and all, but they need more than just Max Crosby.
Well, the defense is. I think they fill out defense the rest of the draft, but this makes sense because of Pete Carroll. It makes sense why they got Atkins.
Geno Smith is gonna. I could see Geno Smith working with a strong ground game, where you may not necessarily be asking him to do too much.
Yo, honestly, I'm so proud for players who get drafted. Like, listen, especially top 10 picks, generational wealth. It's not the craziest generational wealth, but it's as long as you don't mess up the bag, your family really should be set for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It depends on where they go, because don't forget, 50% of whatever they sign is already gone to taxes.
Yeah, but that's where you also have investors, and you make sure you invest it right. Soldier Boy hasn't dropped a song in how long, but this man still got money. He got more money than Bow Wow.
These players like him though, they got massive NIL deal contracts for. They didn't really need to go play NFL. They can just use that money.
Oh, you know what? This is the first draft class that's coming in having made all that NIL money.
Well, no, last year they had him.
Last year too.
Last year, yeah, because the Bears quarterback.
Not like
no, now they're making
like
more.
Travis, not like not like these dudes are having millions. They're making like $4 million a year and stuff like that. Like already. Like they straight.
Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, he's done right. As long as he doesn't blow the money, or as long as he has the right financial advisors in his corner,
he should be okay. Because you're also gonna, especially being the top 10 pick, you're gonna have promotions and sponsorships and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I hate when they do this. Now they're comparing him already to Emmitt Smith. Stop.
Nah.
I feel like, well, you thinking Pete Carroll, he's had what, Reggie Bush? Go from Reggie Bush to Marshawn Lynch. Who's Marshawn? You get Kenneth Walker.
He loves himself. When you put it that way, he really does love himself from running back, don't he?
He's always had a good running back, man.
Damn.
I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
I'm going to be honest with you. There still hasn't been a shocker of a pick.
It shocked me at first.
If we thought about it hard enough,
I got a shocker of a trade, not a shocker of a pick. Well, no. The shocker of the pick is Mason Graham.
I thought Ashton would be going to the Cowboys, though.
He was not going to last that long. Because if the Raiders didn't take him, I was convinced that the Bears would.
Hey, over under 3 running backs in the first round.
Under.
See, that's what I'm watching. That's something odd that I'm monitoring to see if there's going to be any type of resurgence in the running back
It's
position.
supposed to be good this year, but
It's
hey,
because
Ollie
it's so
Gordon.
good and so deep that they don't need to rush them in the first quarter anymore or first
No,
round.
because like Ollie Gordon, he was the number one running back supposedly coming in last year, like getting the season in college, but he fell off bad, like very bad. That was one mistake. Because he had the prototype body. He was like 6'2",
Mhm.
6'2", 210. That's a big running back. He had wheels, but
Big
he kind of
boy.
fell off. And then that Donovan dude was on the cover of that video game, cover of college football 25, the Michigan number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be really good. He fell off. Man was split carries. He couldn't do much. And then JT kind of came out of nowhere. He took off. So it'd be like I think the next best running back they're talking about is I might be wrong. I think it's Judkins from
Yes.
Ohio State.
Yes. Yeah.
They're saying like he's the second best in his class. So
Some
and
people got him as
he
the third best, but even then, they don't have him going in the first round.
he's not going in the first round. Yeah, he's a day two. He's a day 2 pick. So it's like I think it's under 2 running backs today. He might be the only one taken in the first round.
Ooh, let's take a quick break from football talk to talk about how great of a series these Nuggets Clippers series has been. It's been the best series in the first
It's a
round for a minute
shocker.
now.
I'm not even
Nuggets
gonna lie.
Clippers.
Listen,
Kawhi is
Kawhi is back until he's not.
Like,
when he's healthy, he looks nice out there on the court.
He is playing 30 minutes a game. That's insane. I didn't think he could do 30 minutes a game anymore. I really didn't. I thought it was over.
I think I just think it's funny that Paul George left and they got better. That's just fine.
Well, Paul George has been hurt too, which I don't know. I just
Podcast P. Listen, Podcast P is robbing the Philadelphia 76ers right now.
no. It's he once he realized Embiid wasn't playing, he gave up. I feel like that's what it is. He just gave up. He's like, yo, if Embiid ain't playing, we ain't gonna win. So why am I really gonna be playing? And the CBA for the next CBA for the NBA is gonna be really interesting because all money is guaranteed for NBA players, and the way these NBA players shut themselves down, load manage, and all this stuff, and still getting paid a full check, it's really gonna. The owners are gonna say some stuff. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, they should though. To be honest, like I feel like NFL money should be fully guaranteed money. Cause I think that's more risk.
It is.
There's a lot more risk to your body than playing
Yeah.
basketball. And if you go sit out
Much
games
so.
in basketball, if I'm gonna get you fully guaranteed money in basketball, fan, and you're not playing just because you don't feel like playing, you got a problem.
Load management.
Bruh.
Oh, that's my own line. All right.
Okay. Justin Fields appreciates that.
But no, I was talking about.
Oh, is that his
Oh, yeah,
father
fully
to his
guaranteed.
left? To his right? Wearing a whole dashiki?
Is that who?
Was that his father wearing a dashiki? That's one?
Yeah, I think so.
Presumably.
Hey, attaboy Membu, rep your heritage.
Yeah, I feel like at least in baseball, they get fully guaranteed money, but they also play. I don't see anybody really sitting in baseball.
The Giants pick up the 5th-year option for Kayvon Thibodeau.
Interesting.
So they pretty much said our defensive line is going to kill any offensive line we find.
Oh, in theory.
In
In
theory.
practice, it ain't worked out.
Listen, I still don't want to be a quarterback facing that D line though.
Yeah, but I don't know how they're gonna run that D line, right? Because now you got 3 edges. Unless they're gonna put Abdul Carter in the middle a little bit, which I don't think they're gonna really do.
I don't think Abdul Carter could do tackle.
So you're
I don't
gonna
think
have
that's fair
what?
to him.
You're gonna have Dexter Lawrence in the inside, Brian Burns on the outside, and K1 on the outside. Is Abdul starting? Where's he starting at?
They're gonna have him line up at
You
linebacker.
said Dexter Lawrence, right?
Some packages.
Yeah, but I think I can't remember what Tyler
Dexter
told
Lawrence
me.
would be the inside. He's not
No, I'm talking
outside.
about Bill Carter because you got K1's an edge, Brian Burns an edge.
Oh.
So I'm thinking
Brian Burns is stand up.
When they run a 4-2-5 or 4-3. They might have to
hold on. But remember, you're talking about Aaron Glenn. He's a defensive coach. He's gonna find a way to put the people on the line how they need to be.
Then if it was me, if I was my team, I'm running a 4-2-5. Abdul gonna run the middle. He gonna run middle. He's small enough. He's fast enough to run the middle. I'm just gonna have him float, or treat him like Pete Carroll used to treat Jamal Adams. Kind of have him sitting there and just do what he want to do, just make plays.
See, now you're talking Pete Carroll's language.
I mean, if I got a playmaker, because he wasn't the only one that do that. I think the Rams did that with Jalen Ramsey because teams just wouldn't throw anywhere near Jalen Ramsey, and it makes sense. But it's like if that's my playmaker, I gotta find a way to get him in a position.
Oh no, the Giants don't have Glenn. I said the wrong team.
They kind of moved him into the inside a little bit. Like it looks like he's playing slot, but he's not covering nobody. He's kind of just reading the field and making a play. So it's like, so that's what I would do. But I don't know, man. It's tough to say that because you also have to see how he adapts to the game.
That's true.
How well he moves in practice and stuff like that. But
your Panthers are on the clock.
And the pick is in. In theory, I think it sounds good, but honestly, it's what it is.
All right, so what do you want? With everything that's left, who do you want?
I think we're just getting Jalen. I think we're getting Jalen Walker. So
a linebacker.
Yeah.
Is Travis Hunter the only wide receiver trade undrafted so far?
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
Dang. For everyone, you guys can't see my screen right now, but for everyone watching the stream, you could actually see Travis Hunter. They didn't list a position. They just wrote athlete.
Cornerback receiver.
No, on CBS it said athlete.
Oh, on ESPN it said cornerback receiver.
That's crazy.
Yeah, NFL.com says cornerback wide receiver as well. So under 3 on the running backs. Hey, how many wide receivers go in the first round?
I think maybe
5.
If I would say 2.
I say
3
5.
max.
I say 5.
You put no respect on the wide receivers in this
class.
Not
this year, man. I'm sorry. I think the McMillan kid, he goes first round. And
okay,
I think
McMillan.
The third one, Burden. I think he's the Burden.
And what about Golden? Can't remember his name right now. But hold on. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna draft a wide receiver. We got the Cowboys for sure. The Colts, they're not gonna do a wide receiver. Definitely not the Bengals. The Cardinals might need to, but they're gonna go defense.
The Cardinals see defense. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they do need wide receiver, but God, they need to fix.
They're going defense though. Yeah,
they need to fix the defense, bro.
The Broncos might go wide receiver. The Chargers are going to go wide receiver.
Yeah.
That would make sense for the Broncos to give their young quarterback a weapon.
Bo Nix showed out last year, man.
I
did not expect that. I'm like, Bo Nix? I'm like, they drafting that high? I'm like, Bo Nix? I'm like, all right, whatever.
The Texans need a wide receiver because they let too many people go based off of injury.
And losing Tank Dell, yeah.
Yeah. The Rams don't need one. The Ravens might go one. The Bills are definitely going to go for one. And maybe the Chiefs. So I think 5. If you put me at 4.5, I'm going to go with the over.
Please do not draft Tyler Warren because people have been floating that.
The tight end?
He's the tight end.
Hey, listen, you seen Brock Bowers.
I think he's the one they've been comparing to Gronk a lot.
We got a good tight end. We drafted Jatavion Sanders last year, and he did good last year. And I think that kid at Penn State's a second round pick. I mean, he's not a first.
Warren?
Yeah, he's not a first round pick to me.
A lot of people put him in the first round. I don't know about that, my guy.
He's got
I,
high
I don't. In my
draft
opinion,
grade.
he's not a first round pick. At least not for my team. You know, we tripping.
All right. Your Panthers select.
Why? Why us? I don't want this man, bro. I don't want him.
But he's the best wide receiver in this
I
class,
want
right?
him. I
But is he
don't
not the
want
best
the
one in
three
this class?
linebackers. Yeah, we have no linebackers.
So you
Oh,
wanted
is he
Jalen
Hawaiian?
Walker?
Yeah, he's from one. Yeah. Damn, bro. I'm a defensive guy, man. I need edge. Uh, we just tall, I guess. And I guess, cause get that 6'9" dude.
But you also
I'm gonna be
got
honest with you.
you got
He
that one
looks
from last
pretty.
year, Xavier Leggett.
Yeah, but I like Xavier. I like Xavier because Xavier's compact, fast. He has a good route tree. He's strong. Like he's a well-rounded receiver. This dude's route tree is not that diverse. That's my only problem with this.
6'4", 219.
Damn. Listen, the one thing I don't like about the draft is you always show me these people's highlights that make me feel like they're going to be Hall of Fame players in 2 years.
Oh, you gotta watch the full. You gotta watch the
Who's
full
that
game.
tight end?
For
Who's
who?
that tight end on the Saints that was super versatile?
Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy Graham. That's who he looks like. He looks more
Skinnier though, way skinnier. Because Jimmy Graham he had a body on him. He was a big boy.
You gotta work on this route tree, man. You'll get locked up if you don't fix that, bro. But
What's your expectations for the Panthers this year? Win total
we should win the NFC South.
You
over the
serious?
Bucks?
I'm dead ass.
Over the Bucks.
Yep.
Let me see. It's the
I mean,
Bucks, Panthers,
especially our
Saints,
biggest
Falcons.
one of our biggest issues was in terms of scoring on offense. We are really good at driving the ball down the field, but when we get to that short field, it's 50-50. I think that's why he drafted this dude because he's 6'4", and then also we got that 6'9" tight end that we got from college basketball. We just signed him.
Dion agrees with what you said. He doesn't believe that. And this is from the chat. So if you guys have anything you want to say, drop it in the chat. I'm reading the chat. I'm keeping up with it. Dion says that he ain't think Tech could get open like that. He wants to go by T Mac. Oh, by the way, he wants to go by T Mac. By the way, don't call him Tech. He goes by T Mac.
Okay, he looks stiff. Like you see him run those, especially those short routes. He looks very stiff, man.
I just don't understand.
Up, bro, if he can't get it together.
I don't like him going by T Mac. I don't know you enough for you to go by T Mac, man. That's a big name to keep.
You start putting up numbers.
T Mac is that man's, bro. I don't know how I felt about you wanting to be called T Mac. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You scored a touchdown for me, man. I'll try which one. Fine.
Dang, you just whoring yourself out for just a touchdown?
Okay, so it's two wide receivers.
Just that I don't know, man. Because they did want Bryce Young to have a better because he is fast for his size. He's 6'4". Like Xavier Leggett's fast. Xavier Leggett had hand problems.
Oh,
you need somebody else to get those jump balls.
Hold on. The Saints picked Banks, Kelvin Banks. Yeah, the Saints picked Kelvin Banks. Oh. Offensive line for no quarterback. That's interesting.
Good. That's amazing. I like that.
Oh yeah, no, you're biased. Oh, so yeah, back to your stance. So forget what the Panthers need. You think the Bucks are gonna fall off a cliff or just take a step back or something?
No, they don't. I think they're gonna be stagnant, not necessarily take a step back. They're gonna be the same. I think that towards the end of the season, we pretty much got everybody's number at the end of the season.
Okay.
So we lost to the Bucks by 40 in the beginning, and we beat them toward the end of the season. lost for the Falcons at the beginning of the season. We beat them in the end of the season. I think the Bucks swept us, but it was a close game in the last game. I think versus the game. Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, we got
McNugget,
everybody
no,
healthy.
McNuggets put in the chat. He was like, Team Mac, better get ready to have some coon from Xavier Leggett.
Yeah, man, some break.
Yo, that
Yeah,
man countryer than country, bro.
bro.
That man countryer than country. Jeez.
Country, bro. That's gonna be his freaking freshman dude, or not freshman, rookie duties. Don't eat a bowl of raccoon.
He's like, turkey for Thanksgiving. We got raccoon.
Like,
We got raccoon.
I think the Bucks are gonna be stagnant. I honestly think the Falcons might be a little better this year, especially Michael Penix kind of getting into a groove. I think the Saints will just be fucking ass again.
You think who's gonna be ass?
The Saints, they're gonna be ass, bro.
Well, they don't
Yeah,
have a quarterback
they
right
don't have a
now.
quarterback right now. Like, what do you
They're
expect
gonna
them
be
to
ass.
do?
They're gonna be ass.
Spencer Rattler is their quarterback for the season right now, as it
Yeah,
stands.
we don't dog Spencer Rattler. He a local boy. I'm gonna let that man draw.
Yeah, I agree that the Bucks might get a little stagnant this year. I mean, you're gonna get the full Baker Mayfield experience, couple great games, couple bad games. I don't see them making any major improvements.
I think we win the NFC South, but it's gonna be very close. Like a game. I think it's gonna be the last game of the season or something. But I think because we got into such a good flow in the offense, most of our old line came back.
Mm-hmm.
Tight ends are good looking decent. We added our wide receivers are still good. We added this dude. Oh, that should help. Our biggest issue last year, honestly, was just that we didn't know how to play. Because it's saying you got to play again without Shaq Thompson, who's our leader, and he got hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
And then top of that, Derrick Brown got hurt. Who's our leader in the middle of the line. He's our best D lineman, top D lineman, tackle in the league. So it's like, so we had a lot of young players who aren't used to ever playing or didn't expect to play actually stepping up and suck beginning of the year. That last half, like everybody got into a mesh, into a groove, especially on defense, because Canales got his rotations right on the edge. D line got the rotation right on the edge, in terms of linebackers and corners and packages and stuff like that. So everyone caught a stride. And also to mention, we had a new head coach last year. We had a new OC last year. We kept a DC last year. A lot of new stuff last year, and rough start, but great end. So I think we pick it up, we keep it moving next year. We're gonna end up yourself.
I still don't know if that's enough for them to take the NFC South, though. Like, okay, the Buccaneers might take a half step back just because the offensive coordinator is gone. And the Falcons is interesting. I didn't see enough out of Penix to determine if he's going to be good or bad. So therefore, it's going to be really interesting to see that.
That boy was getting posted at home.
Yeah, I thought I caught my hip. But and Brightstone took a step forward. He needed to.
What's this?
What the hell is that? Hold on, I gotta put the volume up. Who is this? Who's this woman?
Who's the milk and magnesia on the stage? Am I tripping?
Who is this woman?
I don't know who either of these women are. They're taking up the time to pick us in. Like, read the shit.
Listen.
Why she moving like that?
Without further ado,
She's an animated talker. I can't wait to see the Chargers.
May 14th. Yo, they kill it every year. The Chargers are the number one team in releasing their schedule. They kill it every year because that video they take
Oh,
shots.
okay.
They
My
take
favorite one
shots.
is the anime one they made. That's the best one still to
That
me.
was the
But
one.
the
That
last
was the
one
one
was
for me.
good. Last year was still
Listen,
good, man.
May 14th. Okay, can we now figure out who the Bears picked? Please.
I think Bears go. I think they might get a tight end. I can see them going tight end.
The Bears? Warren? You think they might go Warren?
Maybe. I don't know. Bears are weird because they did address their O line this offseason.
They did.
They did address they addressed their O line, which was our biggest gripe with that team. Drafting a wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, and leaving the O line on the board.
Yeah, they got to
That we
protect their
heated.
quarterback.
I think the reason why I think they did it this year is because they saw what Justin Fields did with the Steelers. They're like, oh, Justin Fields is not the problem, obviously. It's that O line.
Yo, hold on. I need to call out a tweet because I'm also manning the Twitter, the X Twitter, whatever you want to call it. This person,
Twitter. Mom named him Twitter. I'm gonna call him Twitter.
his mom, yeah, Twitter. Ultra Draco was like the NFL is doing everything they can to drag the draft. Get these hoes off my screen and just make the announcement tomorrow morning or something. This was not needed. And honestly, I completely agree. You could have literally made this before the second round draft tomorrow.
I get it. They have a lot of partners they're working with and whatnot, but come on.
I ain't gonna call them hoes though, but damn, because they mamas to somebody. But still, we ain't need to see the milk magnesium, as AJ called it on my screen when I need to see a player. And now rest in peace, Steve McMichael. But they really have dragged this pick a good amount.
They broadcast all 32 picks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care who. Please. Like, we know who Walter Payton is, fam. We don't need to go into his stats, fam. Like, let's keep pushing. Yeah, you ain't getting no claps, fam. You in Green Bay.
I know, right? You're right.
Like, you're not getting no clap for this. Like, what we doing?
Of all the places to want to celebrate Walter Payton.
50th in Green Bay. In Green Bay.
Come on, bro. You want to do all this, should have had it in Chicago.
Yo, I think the 49ers time ran out.
Yep, tight end. There you go. I didn't think it was going to be him, but yeah.
Really? Oh, Loveland. Okay.
Why is Warren not getting drafted?
I know, but Colson sold a game this year, too, in Michigan. He sold one game.
How you sell it?
He dropped a pass. It was a pass to keep the drive going. He dropped that shit clean. It's not a draft pick I'd be excited for.
Okay, so the 49ers got an edge rusher.
Yeah. I think they
not Javon Walker.
Yeah,
they went with they went with Miles Williams.
Really? Oh. Okay.
I did not see that come in.
I didn't either. But he's a good player.
Hold on, I need this to be fact checked. Hold on.
Are you saying that was the 49ers pick?
Yeah, the 49ers, they didn't announce it yet. But it looks like they picked up Miles Williams. Listen, they've had so long with the Bears pick. The pick of the Bears has been in before the schedule announcement release that they've stalled out on. So
yeah, I'm sure they should have made the call and told the 49ers, hey, the pick is in. But, they picked this player, and they said, go ahead and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what they're doing anyway. They're like, yeah, pick is in. We're going to do this little promo thing, so go ahead and do your thing. But you want the clock.
No.
Do you think why am I forgetting the guy's name? Quarterback for the Bears. Caleb Williams. Do you think Caleb Williams is going to come in this year and be like, yo, we don't need a kicker because we're definitely not kicking many punts this year?
No. He learned his lesson. He learned his lesson.
Oh, he got humble last year. I like Caleb.
This year, he's going to come in talking,
he needed that.
It's 3 phases to the football game. We got the offense, we need all phases to be working together for us to get wins.
Did you see Caleb Williams when he was on a podcast or something or interview, and he mentioned how the loss to the Commanders on that Hail Mary really killed the team, and the coach kind of lost the locker room after that point. And then I literally sat there and thought about it, and then they literally brought this up on ESPN and everywhere else. Hold on. The coach shouldn't make you guys lose that game. That cornerback who was over here jawing off with the fans in the stadium, not paying attention when the ball was hiked, coming in late, and then tipping it to the others, to the Commanders for the win. That's why you guys lost. That had nothing to do with the coach. Y'all literally gave the game away. You can't blame the coach on that. What's y'all take?
On that specific instance?
Mm-hmm. Because that's what Caleb Williams is saying. That's the reason why they had to fire the coach. Because of that exact thing. That's not the coach's fault. But players can't take accountability, I guess. I don't know.
Players gotta play, man.
Make the right, yeah, bro. Like, I'm in prevent. Like, what more do you want me to do? Like, what more do you want me to do? I'm in prevent. That's what I'm supposed to call. I got 60 y'all back there, 70 y'all back there.
But only 5 of y'all were playing.
What do you want me to do? It's not my fault. That's retarded. Sorry, like, that makes no sense. That's dumb. But I think he just had to eat some crow, fam. You thought you could come in and throw for 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, and you end up realizing, oh snap,
he
this
came
is
in
not
and
college.
said, "Hey, we're not gonna need the punter this year." I'm like, oh wow,
These are grown men, fam. These are grown men. They got kids to feed. This ain't the same, man. He found out. I think next year they come back a little better. But he just had to eat that. He had to eat that rookie year, man. He had to eat that one.
Now, with us going past the Saints and going past the Bears, and also going past the 49ers, who picked the defensive lineman, I'm going to read some teams and let me know when Shador is getting picked up, if he's getting picked up.
I got him going to Dallas.
No, stop it.
Stop it.
They just brought in Milton from the Patriots. Dak's coming back.
He's going to Dallas.
Stop it.
All right, on some real talk. Miami? Is Shador going to Miami? No. Right?
I would.
No.
Honestly?
Get to it. They
gotta restart that team, man. They gotta blow it up.
Tua Tonga Areola can get up out of here.
Tua what?
Tua Tonga Areola can get up out of here.
Why are we calling him Areolas?
It's easier to pronounce.
This is a family-friendly channel, AJ.
Is it?
We ain't talking about no titties out here.
Well, why not?
Because we're family-friendly. All right, so the Colts.
I'll move off to it. No, definitely not.
I kind of would want, but they just signed to a contract last year. They can't get off of him. But the Colts, they can't. They just signed Darnold. Was not Darnold. Who was it? The backup, Daniel Jones. Falcons? Hell no. They're definitely not doing that. Cardinals? Nah. Bengals? Nah. Seahawks? Nah. Bucks? No. Broncos? No. So Shador really might fall down to 21. And I hope we don't draft him. I wouldn't mind drafting Shador in the second round.
I hope if he doesn't go in the first round, I hope there are legitimate reasons and it's not all this he came in too confident crap that they were trying to spin to the media.
Bro, they put that right the day before. Bro. They put that the day before. Like, all of a sudden, all assistant coach said, like, what? Like, who? Who said that? Like,
hold on. First off, I got to read a comment in the chat. McThuggins was like, he said, you only get 11 people in the field, and he couldn't get all 11 to lock in for that final play of the game. Fire that coach.
Coach couldn't get them to lock in?
I mean, if you can lock in the last play of the
Gene, what you wondering about? Say it with your chest. What you thinking?
I ain't chilling, Tyler.
You're gonna get us censored already. We ain't even monetized. Now we starting behind the 8 ball. Yo, honestly, we don't. I think Shador could go to the Rams.
Oh, so y'all not drafting Shador if he there?
I'm really not drafting. I really don't think we're drafting Shador.
Crazy.
I know. Wow. I don't see it.
Hope the worst for y'all.
I think Shador going to go second round.
That would be. Hey, you talking about getting humbled though? That would be crazy if he goes to the second round. I don't even
Honestly,
lie.
he doesn't. Can we be honest? A lot of the criticism towards Shador is because he's a black quarterback.
Um, kind of, but he talked like he played. He talked like he played in the SEC. That's my beef. That's my only beef with Shador.
Okay, see, that's see, I was trying to find the right words. I think the competition that he played against played a big role into what people
Yeah,
think of. Yeah.
like, if you played, like, if you had those stats in the SEC, I'm like, yeah, you can talk. You come on, bro. You playing in the Big 12. I mean, the best competition he had was with BYU and ASU, but I don't think he played ASU, but ASU almost went undefeated. Then you go to BYU, you play in that bowl game, you act like you didn't want to be there. You get smacked up. You got figured out. You look nonchalant. That's my only gripe with him. How he played in that bowl game and him acting like he played against Bama, Auburn, LSU, Arkansas, and all the other schools that he throwing up numbers and dimes. Like, no, not no, chill out. Like, college is college, but some colleges are different, fam. like,
Ain't
like
that
it
the
is
truth?
what it is. We know it's a difference. He would have had some credit, a little credit, if ASU would have beat Texas, which they should have beat Texas, in that playoff game. Because that's if ASU was a Big 12 school and he played against ASU in that Big 12 school. We're like, okay, maybe. But even then, fam, no, shut up. Now we understand, like, Ashton Jeanty played it in the freaking Mountain West Conference. He did show he could do it. But he also showed he could do it against a Power Four school with the Big Ten against Penn State. Like, he put up 100 yards with 8 people in the box. like that's crazy. Like, against other first round talent, one of the people who just got drafted before him. So it's like that makes sense. But to be talking like how you talking, but acting, but played against the competition you play, that doesn't sit right to me.
I wonder if that's what the NFL team started seeing, or someone realized along the way that got the whole he's too confident or acting too cocky thing.
Yeah, because I think he had similar or better numbers than Cam. I think Cam had better numbers this year, but Cam
Mm.
was in the ACC against better competition. Oh, so it's like this is it's just that it's just that. I don't like how he played that last game as well. So
I've seen him play a couple of games just because of all the hoopla surrounding Colorado. I've seen him.
mm-hmm.
He's never. I've never walked away impressed like, oh hey, that was the best player on the field.
No,
And
it's always
granted, he
Travis.
shared the field with Travis Hunter,
Yeah,
so
but it's always Travis. He made some really good throws, a couple good throws. Not a couple good throws, some really good throws last year. But nothing like you said. They're like, oh wow, like he's just not.
now Cam Ward,
So,
I've seen a couple of his games too, Jerry. Actually, when we went to when we were traveling last year, when we were in Florida, when we first checked into the room, I popped on the TV and Miami was playing, and he looked pretty good. He really did. He looked like the best player on the field.
He composed.
oh
He
wow, the
has great
Cowboys
arm.
select
He's
the
very
offensive
really
lineman.
accurate, really powerful with his arm. He knows when to scramble. He knows how to scramble.
Okay, so then let me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question. Cam Ward or Drake May?
they want to Drake May. That's. I would say Cam Ward. Cam Ward looks better, but it's also hard to say because it's hard to make that comparison because we've already seen Drake May play in the NFL. When Drake May
Yeah.
was in those last games he did play, he did look smooth. As he got more comfortable with the offense, he got more reps, he got more passes, he looked way smoother. So it's like, and also he has a better physicals obviously because he's taller and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So
Drake maybe meets the more prototypical NFL quarterback
yeah,
build, 6'5",
six
big.
five, not too big, but he has good size to him. He can move, super strong arm.
I like the
accurate.
Josh Allen comparisons that they constantly throw out there about him. I just hope that he just continues to develop.
I think under the right coach, it just sucks, man. Because it's always situational. I think it was also situational too with the Bills, so it could work out because when Josh Allen got drafted to the Bills, they weren't really the best. They had some issues, especially defensively. They were not strong. Offensive line, they were not strong. They managed to fix that eventually. So, and we saw what Josh Allen can do when he has just a decent weapons around him. Uh, I think he could be okay with the Pats if they build correctly. But they gotta give it
I'm
time. They can't keep doing coach swaps like that.
no, yes, you cannot keep doing coach swaps. Listen, this is gonna sound bad. Coaching matters more in the NFL than it does the NBA. You cannot
Absolutely.
be treating coaches, can't just be firing a coach, firing a coordinator all
Yeah.
left, right, and up in the middle, and then expect these players to really develop how they should. It's
Yeah,
just,
because there's a lot more moving parts involved with coaching in
yeah,
Bingo,
the
right
NFL
there,
than
right
in
there.
yeah.
Yep.
basketball. There's just too many moving parts. In terms of like development and stuff like that, and then you have to scheme. And you gotta get players to buy in. It takes longer for players to buy in because honestly, you only have 17 games, man. Like,
Yeah,
and
and
basketball, you got 82. You got 82 to kind of figure out how it's gonna mesh in jail. And if something kind of breaks down, you have a little bit more time to fix it. When you got
and you
17
have how
games to
many
play.
months? September, October. No, NBA starts in October, right?
September, October. I think October. Let's say
I
October.
think it's October. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
October, November, December, January, February, March, and then April. And April is when the playoffs starts. That's 7 months. In
Hmm.
football, you have five, which is really 4.5. September, October, November, December, January.
You might not even
So
have those
yeah,
five because you might be in a situation where you down 0-3 beginning of the season. You got to fix something real quick. You got to fix it
yeah,
now or try to,
yep,
or figure out just where you stand. Well,
Hmm.
okay, we're not a team that's gonna make the playoffs, so just figure out what we can, build on what we got, and then go from next year.
exactly.
But
And like, you know what? Maybe 3-4 is not what we should be doing. Maybe we need to kind of start adding some 4-3 into it, more nickel formations, because that's actually better than what we can. Because the coaches have to adapt as much as the players have to adapt. You know what I mean? So with the NFL being so short, you don't have time to let's in the NBA, you could go a whole month trying a rotation and figuring it out. You go a whole month trying a rotation in the NFL, ask the Bengals how that worked for them. If they won one of those first 3 games, they would have made the playoffs, and then God knows what
Yep.
would have happened.
It'd be interesting to see if the Bengals get
And
off to
also,
another
yes,
slow start.
and Dion just brought up a point. Listen, having confidence is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Why are we penalizing him for being confident? You want him to be timid? If he was too timid, you'd say no. You'd be like, you're not a real football player or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So nah, they need to again, it gives a lot of like be grateful that you're here. They had the same attitude to Johnny Manziel. They had the same, so I can't just say it's only black people, but it's like Johnny Manziel had that same thing. Um, Cam got that same thing. Like it's just unnecessary.
When you're coming into the fraternity, their expectations.
wait, what do you mean that same thing? My fault. Some of that same attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, but also they played against SEC competition, bro. That's the difference. Yeah, that's just the difference, man. They playing against Bama, Texas A&M, LSU, Auburn, and Cam was at Auburn. Like they playing against top competition, man. That's a difference. That's a real big difference. Like Khalil Mack had crazy sacks when he was in college, fam, but he wasn't talking crazy like that because you know why? He was playing at Buffalo University.
I'm trying to find who the Dolphins picked. I'm trying to see if I can find it out quicker on Twitter because they're really taking their sweet time.
So hold on, what time is this a 3 hour block they have for tonight? I thought they were trying to wrap this up in 2 hours.
I think it's a 3-hour block. We gonna be here for a minute, and I'm already tired. But I will also say this is my first time actually being home for the draft. Every year I've been on the road for the draft, so it's actually nice to be home for the draft.
So, hey, you were in the road last year?
Yeah, last year I was in where was I? Was that not in Phoenix last year? At
Oh,
this
you were
time?
with us last year. Yeah, you were. Yeah, that's right.
But I streamed it from the hotel room, I believe.
Yeah, you were with us last year. That's
Yeah.
right.
All right, I think I see a tweet here talking about the Dolphins have drafted defensive tackle Tyler Grant. I don't know if that's
Oh,
right.
what school? That
Uh,
sounds familiar. What
Michigan,
school or something, man.
Michigan.
Really? Oh, I got.
I don't know if it's true or not. Again, this is when you're reaching through Twitter, you gotta fact check your stuff. I don't see no confirmation on it.
Is that Tyler Grant or Kenneth Grant?
I think it's a Tyler from Michigan. Hmm. I already lost a tweet. Let me
Or was
see.
it Kenneth Grant?
It's something Grant.
I think it's Kenneth Grant.
No, not
I
Kenneth
don't know.
Grant. I was hoping not Kenneth Grant. I wanted him to fall.
Yeah,
Eh,
I'm gonna say he's leaving the pressure on me, bro.
I've seen a couple of things on Twitter that Shador Sanders might be landing with the Steelers.
Yeah, everyone wants the Steelers to take him, but I don't. I kind of don't want it.
Who is
At least
butchering
not
Mary
so
J.
early,
Blige?
huh?
Someone singing Real Love. Someone butchering it.
You know, it's karaoke night. Oh, the Colts select Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Kenneth Grant. Yeah, Kenneth Grant.
Oh, okay, cool. I actually wanted him to go to the Steelers. I was hoping he'd fall, but Tyler Warren to the Colts.
Oh, you're super ahead because I
Well,
just
no,
am
it's not.
now.
It's not on
Well,
the TV.
you
It's
don't
not on the
tweet.
TV. It's
Yeah.
Twitter because
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
they always got some sort of insiders that are in the room with in each draft room. Like Michael
Wait,
Silver's with the
so
Raiders, all that, and they're live tweeting it. What were you gonna
uh,
say, AJ?
so what's happening with Walker then? Where's Jalen
Um,
Walker going? That's gonna be interesting, man.
the Falcons could use him.
I hope not. Fuck. My team was saying that too.
Listen, I'll tell you this right now. He's either going to the Falcons, the Cardinals, or the Bengals.
I'm telling you to shut up. And
He is going. He will
I
not.
wish we had a no. I wish
Jalen
we had to
Walker
put
is
my
about to be off the
quarterback.
board soon. Within the next few picks, he's off the board,
I
guaranteed.
wish we had to put my quarterback, dog. Go somewhere. Man, why?
Yeah, Colts went with Penn State. Tyler Warren.
Okay. Okay, that's correct.
What's the old my team has one prime time game?
Whatever.
How many prime time games do you think my team got this year? Do you got one or zero again?
No, y'all gonna have two.
Zero.
Y'all gonna have
Oh,
We
two.
hold
had
on.
zero
Every
last
team
year.
plays one Thursday night game. You're gonna have two.
We had zero prime time games last year.
You probably got flexed out of your Thursday night game then, because every team has to play a Thursday night game.
We didn't. We didn't have a prime time game, Jiggy.
Then you got flexed out. That's kind of crazy. I ain't never seen
Yeah.
that happen before.
That's
Um.
nuts. Zero.
Okay,
Even the
so
Patriots had.
I'm mentioning to another group chat that I believe Shador could go to the Rams, and they're talking about how Stafford um, will not get benched. I don't think Stafford's going to get benched this year. I think Shador could sit a year. But do you think the Rams are going to be fully committed to Stafford past this year?
No.
No, this year
They gave him
I
a
they
think
just
2 year
they
redid
deal
his
where they
contract.
pay him this
They just
year
redid his contract,
for
right?
2 years. Yeah, for 2 years. So that means it's really a 1 year deal. And with a
They
rookie
just gave
quarterback,
him
he can afford
the
that dead cap. You know what I mean?
they just gave him the thank you for the Super Bowl. We're gonna give you one more year here, just to kind of a farewell. But if they were to draft their future quarterback, it wouldn't be a bad move because they're still gonna have a competitive Stafford this year, or
Yeah.
competitive-ish.
And then you
the
could
Colts gonna do
tell
this year.
the Colts.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh,
That's
I
a
don't even
weird
know.
team, man.
Why did
That's a
yours just
weird
get
team.
bigger? Whoa, what just happened?
When
Um,
Anthony Richardson is making plays, it looks amazing. But when he's not, when he's doing anything but that, it just looks really
He's hot and
bad.
cold. He's hot and cold.
Yeah.
not even hot and
Yeah.
cold. He literally be like, "Wow," and then, dude.
Then wow, like whoa, what are you doing?
What was that
Yeah.
game? I think he played against the Patriots and they won. And his fourth quarter drive was now
It was
quarters one through
immaculate.
three.
It was immaculate. He was driving down the field. I was like, oh, because I remember that because we were live streaming that game, and I literally said, "Yo, you cannot put your future in Anthony Richardson's hands. You can't." Like he was messing up the whole game. And then as soon as I said that sentence, he went on the
Yep.
fourth quarter drive to win the game, and I was like, and I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. It's just damn. It's just really just damn. It's just damn. I don't know how else you put it, man.
What year was this? I think it's year what, 3 or 4 for him now? Year three?
Third year, third year.
I mean, usually by year three, there should be some flashes of consistency of actual
But
development.
they brought in Daniel Jones to not challenge him, but to be competition for the quarterback.
Danny Dimes is
He
going to
felt too
take that
confident.
job from him.
What midget? Okay, Dion said he would end that midget. I don't know what midget you're talking about. Did we talk about a midget?
I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta clarify.
Unless we're talking about Jalen Walker going to the Cardinals. No. Who's the midget? Dion, who's the midget? And I'm sorry, I don't know how to put tweets or comments up on the screen yet. But once I learn how to do it, I'll do it.
I like Tyler Warren as an offensive weapon. He seems to have lined up all over the field.
Listen, it doesn't matter what weapon you get him. Can Anthony Richardson get him the ball? That's the question. Oh, Bryce Young. So
He
AJ,
assaulted my QB after he got the fuck out of his team, nigga. It's fucking wild. That shit crazy. He the reason his coach is fucking. He reason Daniel Jones got the fuck out of New York in the first place. Like, what are you talking about? That's the Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper.
You get players released and coach fired. That's what happens. You lose to us, you lose jobs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We can go down the list. Once we started winning, fam, but we freaking eviscerated the Raiders' job, the head coach's job, after they lost to us. That whole locker room shut down.
Nah, that the Raiders were already on their way to a shutdown. though. Let's be honest.
Yes, I agree.
It was in hospice.
It was
It was in
the
hospice.
third game of the season. No, it was the third game of the season. They were like 1-1.
And they started the season in hospice.
Nah, they were 1-1. They were doing their thing, man. They were confident.
Oh, fix your camera real quick, Marvin.
And played them. All of a sudden, oh.
Yeah, I know. I did that intentionally.
Okay.
Let's see. Raiders got them fired. Got his head coach fired. Locker room destroyed.
Mayo was gonna get fired regardless.
Locker room destroyed. We beat the Saints. Their head coach got fired. We beat the Giants. Daniel Jones got kicked off the team. Almost beat the Chiefs. The niggas got scared. Almost beat the Eagles. Beat the Cardinals. Knocked them out the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. And then beat the Falcons. And Arthur Smith got fired.
Oh, 2 years
Yeah, man.
ago.
Yeah, man. You made people lose jobs. Right, John, thought they sad ass up.
Yeah, it looks like I think they're
nah,
doing
nah.
the
The
trade.
Raiders were not confident last year.
At
Devontae
the beginning
Adams
of the
already
season they
wanted
were.
out by week 3. Okay.
Nah, beginning of the season they were. After that game, he wanted out because we got smacked up. We got smacked up and dotted up. Sad. That's the game where we subbed out. We sat down Bryce Young for Andy Dalton.
Oh, that's
Yo, I
right.
need to watch Mission Impossible, man. I didn't see the last one.
Oh, I'm a fan. I've seen all of them. I own most of them.
I haven't seen the last two, maybe, because I thought the movie was done, but they keep finding Tom Cruise keep finding a way to milk it.
I mean, they're good movies. It's
That's
basically fast.
that part right there.
Look,
It's Fast and Furious that's better,
yeah,
honestly,
but it
a
makes
little
sense.
bit.
It makes sense. Like, it makes
It
more
makes
sense.
sense. Fast and Furious does not make sense. They've done too much. You're driving a car in space,
They lost me when the car started leaping mountains. Like,
in
wait a
buildings and
minute, what?
stuff.
The
Yeah,
man jumped a bridge, jumped off a tank, or jumped off a car onto the other side of a bridge onto another moving car, and held on.
and yeah, didn't he also like? Did one of them not pull a helicopter back to Earth or something in one of the Fast
No,
and
no, I
Furious?
think it was that. But then Tyler, we were talking about the other, like I think like a week ago. Remember that one where they drove that car from building to building?
Yeah, in Abu Dhabi or, something, or Saudi
Like
Arabia or whatever.
yeah, just
All right.
perfectly from one side through the window without smashing the image clean to the side of the wall. You remember that?
Nah,
Yeah,
that joint was brutal. I just can't.
the best. The best Fast and Furious movie to me doesn't even have the original cast in it. That's Tokyo Drift. That's the best one.
Tokyo Drift was underrated. It was a really good Fast and Furious
You
movie.
talk about car culture,
That was
man.
the one
Like,
with Bow Wow, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
talk about car culture, like the emphasis on car culture itself,
Man's
like
just
the car
speaking
you were
truth.
driving and all
Man's
that,
just
how they were
speaking.
driving it.
My man's
Like,
just cooking right here.
like no one ever heard of drifting, like until that movie really popped off. Like, whoa, that looks dope. That's a completely different movie to
Now, don't get
me.
me wrong. One, two,
Yeah,
and three was the best
that's the best
of Fast
trio.
and Furious. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Four was okay. Four was okay.
Five was cool because they driving that safe. That was cool. Like
Yeah.
they
And
dropped
then
that
after
safe.
that, it just went
Yeah,
like.
after that was too much. We got super soldiers and all this stuff, man. All right,
Yo,
like
we're
we
not
all
even gonna talk about the one with Ronda Rousey. All right, that was
that's the
just
one where they driving
from
the
building to
building.
building. Yeah, that was one from building to building.
So it's like, so it's, to me, Tokyo Drift's the best one because this car culture, which the movie was pretty much about. Even though they obviously they were robbing stuff, still they were selling like car parts and stuff like that. Um, I like the whole Brian was an undercover cop thing, and then he became an outlaw. Then he had to kind of help the FBI anyways again in Fast and Furious, in Too Fast and Furious, I guess. And then with Tokyo Drift was completely different, like a whole different vibe. And I love that movie. That's the best one.
Yo,
The best one out of the franchise.
I just seen a bunch of bots tweeting on the NFL draft, and I don't know why they tweeted this out. Because I see four different accounts all tweet the same thing word for word. Caleb Williams, who the 2025 quarterback class just sent a message. This new wave is different. If I'm not mistaken, only one quarterback got drafted, right?
Right? Only one.
Correct. Correct. At this point, wasn't like 6 drafted out of 15?
As you were
Yeah.
reading that, I had to start thinking, did I miss some draft picks?
Wasn't the record for the most quarterbacks?
Unless they meant
Like a certain amount of
2024
time?
rookie quarterback class was different because they did have six by this time. Okay, can we get the Falcons picking? Because I really don't know who they select. Oh, Jalen Walker.
Hell, why? I'll blame you, Jiggy. It's your fault. You wish this upon my
I told you
quarterback.
they weren't gonna. He wasn't gonna get past these next three
I
teams.
hope your team goes 2-15.
I honestly kind of wouldn't be mad if we did.
Ron Walker, okay.
Shit
Actually,
rocks.
The
Now we
most.
got to deal with this man.
Hey, the most quarterbacks taken in the first round, 1983, 6. People like
I
John
should put a bet. I
Elway.
should put a bet in right now to say it's going to break that record for next year.
He's supposed to be on my team, fam. He's supposed to be on my team for this reason. Now we're gonna get ate up.
Who else
This man,
besides Archie Manning is a big name for next year?
Nico.
is Nico really after? Is
Nico.
Nico that good? Is Nico that good?
Yes,
Because he's the one
Nico.
with the whole NIL deal issue right now, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't the main issue. The main issue was scheme. He went to scheme and run at Tennessee. He used that whole NIL deal thing to kind of push it. But whoever told him not to show up to practice is a bad person. But they sold that man out. That ruined him. But he said I go to practice, fam. If it's about money,
Yo,
that's different, bro.
it makes you
This
look
ain't the
really
league.
bad. It makes
Yeah,
you
this
look
ain't the
really
league,
bad.
bro. You need to go to practice.
Mm-mm.
He wanted to leave
Because
the scheme. He wanted to
the
run
other
the
thing
ball a
that
lot.
you also told NFL teams right now is that if we have a contract issue, I'm gonna hold out. If you're holding out in college, then you're
Mm-hmm.
definitely
Yeah,
gonna
bro,
hold
it's
out
not a good
in
look.
the
Not a good
professionals.
Yep.
look. But in terms of skill, no, he is that skillful. Tennessee fans are just hating, so they just talking shit about him. But no, he
And
is
I know
that
the
skillful.
organization. I know also the higher ups at NCAA are dragging his name through the mud as well because they don't like this whole NIL. This is why they didn't want NIL to begin with. So I can't really listen to everything that they're saying and think it's unbiased.
Right. No, so he's good. Only reason I know it's about schemes because there's a kid out here in Boston, that's
Mm-hmm.
in high school who he committed to CSC, to Tennessee. He's a junior now. He's like a 4 or 5 star running back. He committed last year when he was a sophomore. It's crazy. Um, But he did a visit there. He talked to the coach with his dad. Talks to the coach and see like, hey, how do you run? How do you use running backs? He's trying to run the ball more. He's trying to use them in passing. Like how's he going to work out? You know, my son get some shine if he comes here. You know what I mean? And they work. They were going a little bit more run heavy. They going a little bit more faster running back, short passes. They can dunk, showcase the running back more. And Nico didn't like that. And they had that same problem last year. They started doing it in the middle of the year. He goes like, well, I'm trying to. I gotta build my draft class up or my stock up. I gotta get up out of there. He went to UCLA just because they're a very spread offense. Like they have to pass the ball more. That's simply it. I mean, they say NIL deal. I mean, but obviously he can hold because he's in Cali.
Hold
But
on, I need to read a comment real quick. Off of the pick of Jalen Walker to the Falcons, a tweet by Dion saying RIP to that midget.
man, he made tougher throws. He got smacked. He'll be all right. Uh, in terms of I think it's gonna be the top quarterback. It's gonna be Archie,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is,
Arch,
Nico, and
Nico.
then Sam Levitt got thrown in there after last year at ASU.
But I think there's gonna be another three that get drafted. I think we might have 7 drafted next year.
Next year, that's a wild.
You gotta give me some names. I only know 3 off the top of my head.
I don't know who they are, but I believe that next year. And listen. I don't follow college football like that. I could go pull up the list, but remember, teams. This is the same thing I've said every year, right? And the only reason it's not happening this year is because of next year's potential draft class. Teams will sit over here and be like, this quarterback is not worth a first round pick. And then throughout the entire offseason will talk themselves into this quarterback being a first round pick. It happens every year.
Look,
Like
the last time
clockwork.
it happened, 3 of those quarterbacks went on to become Hall of Famers. So you're saying 7 quarterbacks are going to be taken next year? That's too far of a reach.
Oh, Carson Beck is still playing? So he might be in there.
2026 QB rookie
It's
class.
2025. Don't do 2026.
This is 2025 right now.
Yeah. When they start, it's gonna be 2025.
So I'm looking for next year's draft class though. Archie
Just type in
Manning,
2025 top college.
Nico. They've got Drew Alar from Penn State.
Yeah, Drew Lock,
Lenora
Garrett
Sellers.
Meyer,
I've heard Sellers
LSU.
before. Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. Cade Klunvik from Clemson. And Sean Levitt from ASU. You got Carson
Yeah,
Beck still
DJ
from
Lagway on
Georgia.
here. Yeah, I don't see. He's not gonna be a top pick though, man. He doesn't. He's one of those quarterbacks that also don't wow you. You just have to be in a good team, unless he just shows out in Miami. Like he could show out at Georgia. So I mean,
Yeah, nah. All right. Clip
the
it.
other, the other
Clip it.
blue
7 quarterbacks in the draft next year. 7
in the first round.
in the first round.
7 in the first round? Nah, bro.
7
That's
in
what
the
I
first
keep
round.
telling him. Thank you, AJ. Talk some sense into your boy.
7 in the
Who
first
drafted
round.
quarterbacks? I didn't even tell me who's gonna draft one. I know 2 teams. Maybe off the top of my head, that's the Browns, right? Because we just saw what they just did.
Browns,
And then
Steelers.
you drafted quarterback this year. You get Shador. That's draft
We're not
that.
getting Shador.
Yes, you
Steelers,
are.
Giants,
Giants, yeah, possibly, yeah.
The
Okay.
Giants possibly with signing Russell.
Okay, hold on. Let me
He's a
take a look
bridge
at the
quarterback.
teams again.
I'll say Giants. Giants possibly, yeah.
Giants,
Also, I would throw Seahawks in there too, possibly, because they got
Seahawks.
Sam
Yeah,
Darnold.
because Sam Darnold, I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I really do
So
not.
Seahawks, Tampa Bay,
The Saints.
Saints.
Derek
That's
Carr is
5.
gone. That's 5. Tua's deal is not going to be over with, so they're not going to draft one. Kyler's deal won't be over with, so they're not going to draft one. Rams.
They don't draft
That's
Shador this
6.
year.
Yeah,
They're
that's if
good.
they don't draft the door. That's 6.
So 6, but also like, bro, there's no way you telling me there's gonna be 7 first-round talent quarterbacks next year.
You
That's
don't need to
also
be
assuming
first
that they
round
all
talent.
leave. That's also assuming that they all leave that year because
That's
they
assuming if they
can't
all
choose to
leave.
stay.
Yeah, that they can choose to stay. They can choose to stay. But that's assuming if they all leave. But
If they all leave, there's no way that quarterback from LSU is a first-round pick. There's no way. There's no way Carson Beck is a first-round pick.
hold
There's
on. You
no,
telling me there's no way LSU QB would be a number 1 pick?
not him.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, wasn't Joe Burrow from LSU? What are we doing
Oh, I
here?
said he's not a
Oh,
first-round pick.
okay.
Carson Beck, I can't see being a first-round pick. That Cade Klubnik from Clemson, he's not a first-round pick. He might be a second at best, unless he has a freak year like next year, bro. He's not a
Clip
first-round
it.
pick.
Clip it.
DJ
7.
Lagway is not a first-round pick. I want him to be. I want him to be, but he's not. The only first-round pick I can probably on this list I can say for sure is Sam Levis, Arch Manning, and Nico. That's also again if Nico comes out.
That's it. Nico better come out because NFL teams, college football ain't gonna like him next year.
No, but it's gonna be a tough year for him, fam, because he's in UCLA. And he's playing against the Big Ten. He's playing against Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Nebraska, Wisconsin, USC, Oregon. Who's the other school from Pac-12? Washington. Like those are all good defensive teams, fam. You gotta play against. It's just as tough as the SECs, and they fly out there. But they're faster than we. In the Big Ten. The Big Ten now is the best conference in college football at the moment.
Speaking of offenses, do you think the Bengals are gonna go with an offensive pick right now or defensive?
They need to go defense. I don't know what the hell the Bengals are doing. They need to go defense.
They should
Listen,
have traded
as
up.
long as long as their rule is we just got to score more than you, which is the name of the
I
game.
think they get Will. They need to get Will Johnson. Might be wrong, but I think they get Will Johnson. But if I was them, I would have traded up to get a defensive player. They need it bad.
They do need it bad, but how crazy would it be if they went for who's the best wide receiver
They're
on the
just gonna
board?
draft another wide receiver.
Yeah, well, how crazy would it be if they went for Luther Burden?
I'd be like, I hope the worst for you.
I'm not against that.
Another team, but
As
I'm
a
like,
Steelers fan,
hey, bro, I hope the worst for you. Like, if you do something like that, like, straight up, I want to hear no
Ricky,
complaining.
my friend, how you liking the draft, Ricky? How you liking the draft? I know you're a Patriots fan. Are you happy with your T-Rex armed offensive tackle? But let's see what we got here.
Oh, that dude from
Seattle.
Red Zone, he's on Madden apparently.
Oh, really? He's on Madden this
word?
year?
Yeah, he did voice recordings for Madden.
I also saw that Madden is not supporting last gen anymore, which I think is a good sign. It's about
Supporting
time.
what?
You got to move. They got to move over the new gen. You can no longer
Oh,
be supporting that old gen stuff.
yeah, all EA games are doing that because F1 did that. They did that for the first time this year too.
MLB The
Not
Show did
last
it
gen no
too.
more.
Hold on, what are they doing? I missed the beginning
They're
of
not
that.
last gen.
No
They're not doing
more.
Xbox series. They're not doing Xbox One games anymore. It's all
Yeah,
the new gen PS5 and Xbox Series games. So
it's
they can
been
actually
long
maximize
enough.
their engine.
It's been long
Yeah.
enough for real.
I mean, but by this time, fam, next year there's gonna be a PS, the new PlayStation coming out. So is the new
Well, there
Xbox.
was, but then
Oh yeah, tariffs.
after what happened with the
The
Switch
tariff
and the tariffs,
situation.
it
Yeah,
kind of
tariffs.
and the Switch saw what happened to them. They're like, we don't know. So everyone's looking to see what happens with Nintendo Switch first before they determine what they're gonna
He
do.
okay with them tariffs though.
Oh no, he for sure is. I don't know if you
Yeah.
He
saw the
already tried
report.
trying to say eat a dick.
Did you not see the reports that he sat down with like Target and Stop and Shop and Walmart and like,
They
bro, if you
said, "You
put these
idiot!
tariffs
What are
up,
you
it's
doing?"
gonna be empty shelves. Like,
They
hey,
said, "Idiot!
listen.
What are you doing? We have nothing." That's the funny part to me, man. Makes me want to get into politics so I can cuss people out.
By the way,
I
Ricky
know
in the chat
several
said
people that
Operation
I'd be in
Protect
the
Drake May in
news.
full effect.
I would be in the news every day, just like Trump, cussing out people in Congress.
that's one way of going about it.
I just gotta get my frustrations out. That's it.
Yo. So speaking since Ricky brought this up, let's circle back to this. You said you're going over 500, right, Marvin? The Patriots?
I'm hoping that they get to 500 or better. Yes.
Do you believe the offense has a solid fix right now?
Better than the offense should look better than what it looked like last year because now you have a legitimate number one wide receiver. It's going to force everyone down a slot where I think they'll better be able to perform. That was one of the
Okay,
Patriots'
let's
biggest
go.
issues is they didn't have a legitimate number one, and they kept trying to plug in different players, hoping someone was going to emerge. Throw that out the window. Steph Diggs is your number one. Let everyone go down to number 2, 3, fourth, and so on and so forth. And offensively, they should look better. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna read you your games, your home games, and then your away games.
Go.
And first off, within your division, how do you see yourself going in the division? 50-50, 3-3? Bills, Jets, Dolphins.
We'll split with the Jets and Dolphins and go 0 and lose both games to the
So
Bills.
2-4.
Yep.
Okay. Atlanta
Yes, I
Falcons,
think.
home game.
Oh, hold on. I think
What's up?
y'all have potential to. I don't know what it is with Miami, man. They do not seem strong to me, bro. I think y'all have potential to sweep them. I wouldn't be shocked if y'all swept
Street
them.
who?
The Dolphins, 2-0. I would not be shocked.
I'm not shocked either because okay, so all right, before we go into the Patriots thing, I do have a question for y'all. I get it. NFL players, it's your off season. You don't have to necessarily be in shape. You can do whatever you want. But have y'all seen Tua on the boat yacht party that he was at?
Mm-hmm.
This man was
No.
full dad bod. Like, bro, like looked like he damn near retired already.
Yep.
I'm not trying to say that you got to be a gym warrior year round, but you can't let yourself go like that. Although
If
don't
your
get me
job
wrong,
is to
he
be an
got like
athlete
5
and you
months.
put on weight like that,
Yeah,
and you look less
exactly.
defined, it don't look good.
He's still in his 20s. He can work
Burn it off
pretty
quickly.
quick. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
but you don't want to even put yourself in a situation that you have to work it off. Like,
I agree. I agree.
like, come on, man. Like, you shouldn't even be in that spot. That makes no sense. That makes
All right.
zero sense.
So real quick, home game, Atlanta Falcons.
Home for us, or are we at Atlanta?
Home. You're home. You're at home. I'm only going with your home first.
We should be able to win that.
So 3-4.
3-4.
Panthers.
Oh, that's a win.
Really?
4-4.
You do nothing better than us. How are you gonna beat us? That makes no sense.
Listen,
You
our
do
defense is gonna
nothing.
be our defense is gonna be significantly better this year, and I expect a lot more
How?
from the offense. Uh, Healthier players.
Who are your receivers?
Stephon
Steph
Diggs.
Diggs.
Clem. You don't fear that man. You put JC on him. Who are your receivers? Bro?
Uh,
Who is your O
what's his
line?
face? Boutier.
Who?
Kenyon Boutier.
Who? You don't know him. You don't know him, sir.
See,
That's Clem's. Who is your O line and who's stopping Derek Brown?
we just
Explain.
drafted Will Campbell, man. What are you talking
He's
about?
getting hurt if he has to go. He's on the outside. If he's getting hurt, sir. No, not no. But you right from Tua, had a top five O line last year. And
Quick timeout. The Bengals did go with a defensive player.
Remind
No,
them
quick
that
timeout.
the
The
fan-
Bengals
the
went with a
reward of
defensive player.
fanatic is fan.
No, you're getting smacked, and the Falcons gonna beat you too.
Nah, stop it. We have a real head coach this year.
Falcons are some dog defense.
I will say that you did get an upgraded head coach. They did get an upgraded head coach.
How big of an upgrade is that, fam? Because that Patriot pipeline is trash to me. I had the same conversation with Dion, and I hate that pipeline.
Vrabel was good in Tennessee. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
He didn't coach.
He didn't. Tennessee with
He
Derrick
wasn't
Henry.
He wasn't under
Derrick Henry and Kevin Byard and all those dudes on the edge that he had.
He wasn't under Bill Belichick's coaching tree. He's a player under Bill Belichick, but when he never coached under Bill.
That pipeline has to end, fam. Y'all should have spent the bank.
He went out and got experience away from Belichick. He was at Ohio State for a bit. He did this thing in
All right, man.
So,
what happened when Derrick Henry left and Ryan Tannehill left?
No.
What would any coach do in that situation?
I'm just saying, but what do you expect to happen in this one when you have no O-line, basically not a rookie quarterback, a one-year quarterback, no receivers except Stephon Diggs, who's a baby, and then you got your best player on defense is Christian Gonzalez because he's actually really decent lockdown cornerback. After that, fam, you have D-line issues that can't get pressure. Linebackers just slow, and you have no
Christian Barmore's coming back this year. He was out for most of last year.
So the
defense is going to look much better.
I don't think so, bro. I think I'm going to be slow on defense. And that's going to hurt y'all because y'all was slow last year on defense. Y'all had bad first steps. Y'all had bad at getting off the ball when the ball was snapped. They had terror. They're slow. They're just a slow D-line. You have no speed. You can't get no pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback sitting there can write a poem, eat a 5-course meal, and look up and still not see a Patriots helmet in his face.
Okay. I'll see you at the end of the season.
Okay, so just a quick draft update for everybody that's watching. The Bengals were able to go defense, thank God, because they needed to. They went with an edge, Shamar Stewart. I don't even think he was the best edge available. Gray Zabel was drafted by the Seahawks, interior line. He's a guard. And right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock at 19. All right, so back to the Patriots schedule. Cleveland Browns.
3-4.
Cleveland Browns.
Oh, that's the win. We're 500
4-4. 500. Giants.
Who's their quarterback? Russ?
Russ. That's a win.
That win.
That's a win.
5-4.
5-4. Raiders.
Oh, geez, that's another win.
Steelers.
6-4. No, I'm
Mike
gonna
Tomlin.
give that to the Steelers.
Thank you. Respect. 6-5. All right, these are your away games. Baltimore Ravens.
Loss.
6-6. Bengals.
When do we play them? Early or late in the year?
The schedule's not released yet. You don't know when you play them.
Oh shit. If we play them early, the Patriots are gonna win. If we play them late, we're gonna lose.
So pick one.
It's L.
No, we're gonna lose because we can't hang with them. They're gonna come up.
So
here
what was
for
you 6-7? So now you're 6-8.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, and they got they're gonna come back hard because y'all beat them last year too.
Saints.
Win.
7-8. Buccaneers.
Win.
That's a loss.
8-8.
Are you serious? No.
And the Titans for the tiebreaker.
That's definitely a win.
Yeah, we should beat the Titans. Come on.
So that's an over 500 team right there, 9 and 8.
There's a lot of cap in that record, fam.
All right,
There's a
so hold
lot
on.
of
I
If we
got I
can
got to
go
get some
nine and
comments
eight
in.
next year, New England will celebrate.
New England definitely will celebrate. I'll tell you that right now.
there's a lot of
So
buffoonery
just to
in
bring
that
in some
schedule.
comments real quick. We got protection, Operation Protect Drake May in full effect. Dion said the name Keyshawn Butte for you, just to clarify
Thank
who it
you.
was. Mike Vrabel is a good coach. I do believe that Mike Vrabel is a good coach. I feel like you're a little bit harsh on Mike Vrabel. Wait, unless your point was that Mike Vrabel didn't have weapons and got fired because of it. So he's coming to the Patriots who doesn't have weapons and therefore is going to have a hard time as well. Is that what you're trying to say?
I say he
Yeah,
can't. Oh, talking to me or him?
I'm talking to AJ.
Oh no, I'm saying he can't. He hasn't proven that he can develop talent.
But he made Ryan Tannehill better than Ryan Tannehill's
No,
career was about to be over, and then he
no.
resurrected his
Ryan
career.
Tannehill is a good quarterback, and he was a good quarterback when he went there. He
He
had a decent
was.
O.
Do you
He
not
had
remember
a
who he
decent O
was?
line. Yeah, with the Miami Dolphins, he was a good quarterback. He left them, and he was still a good quarterback, just below maybe average. Let's say average quarterback. Has a good O line. He's able to manage the game and do what he could do. He had a great running game, which made it a little easier. We got a 2K.
And
We got a 2K running back, fam. It's gonna be easy to throw the ball. So that's what it is. But after
Dion
that,
also has a note for you. He's saying that you're treating you're treating the Panthers as if they're the Eagles or something.
we the Eagles to the fucking Patriots for sure.
Oh, stop it.
We almost
Stop
beat the
it.
Eagles. But also add that shit. So yeah, if they would have called that a touchdown from Adam Thielen, we would have beat the Eagles. To the Patriots, we are the Eagles. They can go somewhere.
All right. Hey, listen, you got to believe in your team, right? You got to believe in your team.
No, we better than them in every metric. It's not even no. So are the Falcons, except quarterback, because that's a 50-50.
Well, as long as the GM, like Dion says, doesn't get rid of who's the best player on the Patriots right now, Christian Gonzalez. As long as the
Yeah.
Patriots don't get rid of Christian Gonzalez right now, you should be okay.
Well, because Bill Belichick ain't there, and they gonna pay the corners because Bill ain't there. If Bill was there, he would have been gone. He'd be gone already. You gotta pay that man. No, y'all don't beat my team. You don't beat the Falcons. You don't beat the Bucks, so they just play harder. Uh, that's me. That's your 3 L's, and that's when you go below 500. I think you go 3-1 against the NFC South because the Saints just too bad. The Saints are ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now to be
No,
fair,
the Saints is really being the Saints is punting on the season for real, for real. Why
I'll say
did
this
people
though.
think the Dolphins were going to draft Shador?
The Dolphins. No.
Oh, being available. I thought it said
Yeah, I mean,
49% chance he was getting drafted by
yeah.
Dolphins.
But no, again, I don't know how the schedule comes out. If the Patriots play, let's say the Patriots play the Saints first. If y'all lose to the Saints, y'all definitely ain't beating the rest of the NFC South.
That's gonna be a morale beater right there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, there's no way.
The Saints don't have a quarterback right now. We should be
They
able
have
to
no
handle
quarterback. Wide receivers looking iffy. They still have Chris Olave, but it's not really nothing crazy. They have no crazy tight end. They got Kamara still, but obviously not the same Kamara. Defensively, they lost Marshawn Lattimore, so they have no corner. They lost another corner and a safety in free agency. Is Cam Jordan still playing for them, or did he retire?
Oh, the Bucks selected Mika. I always mess up his last name. Ibaka.
And,
Amika Mbuka.
No, that's that newscaster lady.
What, the wide receiver from Ohio State?
Hold on.
He a problem.
Abuka, yeah, I said his name right.
Yeah,
Mika
Abuka. That's a great pick, actually.
That's a great pick.
Up in age. That's a great
pick. Bucks back on top.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be.
That's kind of. Yo, the NFC South just became
Oh,
Yo,
it's gonna be a
okay.
fight,
The
dog.
Saints got the number one pick next year.
Oh, they
Saints
that
got the number one
do
pick.
they over the Titans? I think Titans go number one again.
Nah,
Rookie
nah.
quarterback, no talent added, and then they go number one again.
Who? Oh, you talking about the Titans in
Tennessee.
general?
Yeah.
But they still got Calvin Ridley. They got two good running backs. Not no great running backs, but like a good two-headed monster. Excuse me. They got Calvin Ridley and what's the other wide receiver's name again? They got two
I don't
wide
know.
receivers. They got a pretty decent. Honestly, a lot of it last year was Will Levis, but I just feel like we just need confirmation on that. I think the Saints got the number one pick, bro. There's a chance Derek Carr might not play the full season.
What's
He
his
might be
injury?
out for the year.
What's his injury?
It's a shoulder injury that I don't know if he refuses to go in to get evaluated. They just know he's hurt, and it sounds like he needs surgery, and he doesn't want to go to the team to get evaluated until after the draft.
Oh, so he's holding them hostage.
Pretty much. So I don't know. Yo, why is it? I was really confident before coming into this draft that there was no way we're getting Shador Sanders.
That's the
A
pick.
lot of defensive players are falling off the board and kind of making me feel like, damn, we might end up picking up. Damn. I don't know how I feel about that. So the question would be then, do I want to punt on the quarterback next year and just draft more offensive weapons next year?
We're 20 picks in, and then we've only had one running back come off the board.
The running back class is weak this year, man. Ain't nothing special.
No, it's not weak. It's just it's deep. It's deep.
I say weak. Ain't nothing special. Besides Judkins. But other than that, ain't nothing special.
Oh.
What happened?
Unrelated note, the Knicks and the Pistons are trying to bring physical playoff basketball back.
You're watching that at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a few windows open.
I got a few windows open as well. I'm just waiting for the Nuggets Clippers game to come back in.
Nuggets, Clippers. Are they playing on what are they playing on? Are they
NBA TV?
The Nuggets Clippers?
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't see this clip last night on NBA on TNT. They were looking at like, wait, why the hell are we showing the Memphis Grizzlies game and NBA TV is going to be showing the Clippers Nuggets? Yeah, I know. Someone in the NBA definitely messed up on that one. For sure, for sure. Derek Harmon? Is it really going to be Derek Harmon? Are we really going to get Derek Harmon or Shador? That's really the only two people left that's worth mentioning. Damn.
I'll be honest with you, if you were Dion, you probably wouldn't mind Shador landing in an organization like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh no, you really wouldn't. You want if it was up to him, he definitely would.
It's up for him because because Pittsburgh's consistent.
The thing is, okay, so here's my only thing. Mike Tomlin has a propensity to support veteran players way too much. He gives them way too much of a leash. Russell Wilson should have lost his job last year, but he did not do that transition. He doesn't like starting rookies up front. Like, he wants you to prove to him that you are truly, worth playing time, because he doesn't want to sacrifice. He says a rookie has to earn their worth to be on the field, because the other people on the field, the veterans on the field, have put in a lot of work to be there. You're not just going to come in here and get it. And the thing is, you need to overplay. He doesn't start you if you're equal with the veteran. If the veteran and the rookie are equal, then he starts the veteran. You need to be better than the veteran to get your spot.
That approach wouldn't necessarily hurt Shador, though. That would give him a year to kind of get the league under his belt. He'd play the
Yeah,
entire
but
preseason this year,
I don't know how I feel about.
and then
I
come in
know.
and compete. Well,
Wait,
the
didn't
reality is,
sorry, my fault.
no, the reality is there's no quarterbacks really left out there that the Steelers would want.
Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers are the only two quarterbacks out there.
But didn't
You'd
y'all
have to
start
trade for Kirk Cousins.
You have to trade. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. But yeah, you'd have to trade for Kirk Cousins for real, for real. All right, hold on. I'm about to get off the mic real quick. Bear back.
didn't the Starters start like some DN or D tackle like Highsmith, Naismith, whatever his name was? Wasn't he a rookie or something?
What team?
Steelers. Did they also start Joey Porter Jr.?
Junior, yeah.
They started Joey Porter Jr., but it wasn't in the beginning of the season. And Highsmith was only because I believe that was the year that TJ Watt injured his shoulder or his
Was
pec.
Jalen Warren as well?
Jalen Warren is a backup to Najee, so he never really
Was he
started.
a backup? Then they split 50-50?
Not initially, no. He was a pure backup. And then after the next
Well,
year, Najee broke his toe.
So you're saying that Mike Tomlin is going to draft, let's say he drafts Shador, right? He going to start Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, he would. I can tell you
I
right
hope
now,
the
he
worst
really
for
would.
y'all if he does that.
So wait a minute.
so
If
serious.
Shador couldn't come out and beat Mason Rudolph, I mean, that's a problem.
I'm not a fan of starting rookie quarterbacks either. You know how I feel about that, dog. But ain't no way I'm starting Mason over Shador, fam. Sorry.
Mike
Ain't no
Tomlin,
way.
you got to earn it. You got to earn it.
He earned it when we drafted him.
Right?
Nah, it's not enough. Hold on. The Broncos pick is in, not the Steelers pick. All right, I'll be right back. I got to see this pick live.
Sure.
I couldn't even envision a world where Shador would come in and lose to a Mason Rudolph. I
Lose
mean,
to Mason? Bro, I had to see that training camp. I had to see everything.
oh, make a wish pick. See more time film. They go. So, what is the strategy for the NFL here? They're going to 11.
Oh, yeah, 11 for you. It's 7 o'clock over here.
Oh, that's. I see. I always forget. You're in Arizona.
Really? Huh?
See, I thought
Over
I would have thought they got the kid a weapon.
over Will Johnson? Mini Elway. Look at that.
Is he sitting on the couch with? Is that Gucci Man they showing?
I don't know. I'm shocked that he got picked before Will. No, Will Johnson. He got picked before Will Johnson. I'm very surprised.
5'8". It isn't. What aren't big corners in right now?
He's 5'10". Maybe he's 5'10". The big corners are in. He looks more. I don't know, man. Nate, I don't know. He looks like a corner to me. I feel like he'd be a good slot corner.
Mm.
Good. I think he'd be a good slot corner. Maybe a safety. I'm surprised. I'm really shocked. Because you see him right now in the highlights, they're showing he look like he's playing safety. Slot corner. He's blitzing off the slot. Yeah. Yeah, he's not. He will not be my one corner unless you locking up. But that whole he's 5'10". I think Reeves was like 5'10", 5'9". Reeves had size. Reeves wasn't the fastest, but he can clamp. But he don't seem like that type of player. He seems like a guy who likes to hunt the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good tackling corner.
Ricky, mind your business. Mind your business. We don't need Shador. But yeah, I know. I am surprised that they went corner. Honestly, there was word that they were going to trade Cortland Sutton um, during the draft. Okay, this is interesting.
Pick is in, boy.
I need to read Twitter. Just give it to me straight.
Nope, just stay off and just watch it, fam. Watch it live, dog.
Nah, give it to me straight, Twitter.
Steelers select Shador Sanders.
Nah.
Who's this? Oh, Jackson Dart. Why they showing Jackson Dart for it? If Jackson Dart gets picked for Shador, dog, it's rigged. I don't care. It's rigged and they hating.
Nah, well, a lot of people were saying that Jackson Dart might get drafted before Shador.
They hating.
Derek Harmon. Nope, that's not a real account. Never mind.
Yeah, that's not a real account, but they saying it could be Derek Harmon. Why not?
Hold on.
Just watch it live, dog.
Nope.
I know, right? This is probably the most important pick for you tonight.
It is the most important pick. All right, cool. Derek Harmon. We did not draft Shador. Woo.
Boo. Boo.
Is he gonna get out of the first round?
Yeah, he said Diggy said the Rams. I can see that. I guess he LA drafting them.
That would make sense. But, have Stafford be the bridge quarterback.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
That's what he is now. It's a bridge quarterback that can win you a ring. So why not?
Also, did he get injured last year? I'm not tripping.
He was hurt, yeah.
Yeah, so it's even better.
You got Puka.
Puka, they lost Cooper.
Cooper's gone. Yep.
Ha, Ricky. We're not getting Shador.
If he doesn't go to the Rams, I don't see him coming out in the first round.
I don't either. I really don't either.
He becomes a day 2 pick.
Yeah, no, it's the
Now,
Rams or
truth be
nothing.
told, I think that if he doesn't get picked in the first round, that's not the worst thing for him because I personally don't view him as a franchise changer.
No,
it's only bad for him money wise because you get a certain amount.
But then again, yeah. But does he really need the money? Your father's crying.
I mean, you want all the bread you can get.
True.
All it really does is hurt his money, but we know it's Shador Sanders. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Jerry, you grew up in a Haitian household. You know, somebody in that household having money got nothing to do with you. Better go figure it out. I got it.
But Brian seemed like the type of person. I don't know if you heard for Shiloh. He told Shiloh if you go to the combine and you run like sub 4.4, I'll get you a car. This man run the 4.6.
That was sad, bro. Like, that's sad. That's not good at all.
Oh, he's undrafted. Sure. Ricky agrees with you, Marvin. He might not be ready. I don't know.
Mr. Harmon.
Yo, listen. I'm now the real question for tomorrow is when does Shador get off the board? Do you think if Shador falls to the Giants, you think the Giants are taking him?
Yeah. I think so. If he just sitting there, I'm like, sure.
You think they would pass on the opportunity to potentially land another Manning next year?
Yeah.
What?
Then my question is, what are you going to do in the locker room if Shador Russ Wilson and Jameis Winston.
We know Jameis ain't got a shot in starting. First off, that's one thing.
Okay, fair
Russell will
enough.
just play the same role to get drafted by the Rams in terms of a bridge quarterback.
All right, looks like everybody's saying yes. Even Ricky in the comments saying yes.
Yeah, he'd just be a bridge quarterback, like Matthew Stafford would be a bridge quarterback if he got drafted to the Rams. It'd be the same situation. But we all know for sure that Jameis is not starting. He not
I
gonna be
mean,
above. If
he
they draft
could.
Shador, he won't be above Shador in the depth chart. We know that for a fact.
Oh, they still got Danny DeVito too. Remember that he ain't gone.
He
He's
gonna
still
get
there.
cut. He gonna get cut.
Tommy
Danny
Cutlet.
DeVito.
Not Danny, the Tommy DeVito. Tommy
He getting
Cutlets.
cut. Who get cut?
Can't cut Tommy Cutlets, man.
Yeah, who?
He embodies the New York Giants.
He'll
He
get
gets
cut.
in touch and be like, yo,
He get cut if he
walk to me
practice squad,
nuts.
whatever that is. But other than that,
Practice.
I can see the Giants. If he's there second
Tommy,
round, I don't see
Danny,
the Giants
I
skipping
see
over
me.
him.
Took me my guy, okay? Blum. Ricky's talking about the name wrong. I see me. Si Blanc sa Davido, Davido, Macone.
No, I keep calling him Danny DeVito too. That's the first thing I think of with that last name. So
It flows better. His fans
oh,
should name
better,
him
yeah.
Danny.
Or you just more familiar, this familiarity with it.
Yo, I love how ESPN literally just pushed a notification on my phone. Shador Sanders still on the board at 22. When will he
That's gonna be the
go?
story of the night. That'll be a story of the night if he don't get drafted first round.
That will be the main story tonight. Will be the main story tonight. All right, guys. Also, if you're watching, don't forget to leave a like. And if you're commenting, we're definitely reading comments. So definitely keep involved in that. You know what I mean? So we here.
Why isn't Shador at draft night? Was he not
He didn't want to
invited?
go. No, he was invited. He didn't want to go.
Okay, that makes sense. You know what? I don't want to sit around and have the cameras just all up in my face.
Well, Jalen Milroe was there for some reason. And he's projected to go in the second or third round. Matthew Golden is still on the board too? Sheesh.
It's just funny. That man had a whole room made for his draft.
Mm-hmm.
Shador Sanders had a whole room customized for his draft. It's crazy.
Yo, listen, he got the money.
Not get picked first is also crazy. You have all that. It's nuts. Not first
Listen,
round.
my pops
I
got
don't know
money.
what. Look at the contrast. Cam Ward, very subtle suit, quiet.
That's literally what they're talking about. We're talking about Shador. Like, yo, Shador is just really. That's great. Now, how do you think you feel if you're Shador right now?
My last name is still Sanders.
He gonna be straight, man. It just all depends, especially with quarterbacks, just what situation he ends up in. Because if he goes to the Giants, it's cool, but it's still a bad situation for him.
Very much a bad situation with that
So
offensive
that's
line
why
over there.
he's definitely gonna sit with the Giants because I'm not letting that man take all them lumps with that sorry line his first year.
I don't think he got
Russell Wilson gonna get all that CTE, fam. Gonna get as much as possible, and then actually, you know what? I might put Jameis over him so Jameis can get the rest of that CTE.
Oh, he is Will Levis this year. That's crazy. Okay, so the Chargers probably gonna go defense or offense, guys. What you got?
I think they might get Will Johnson. They need a corner.
That would be a good actually landing spot
Yeah.
for Will Johnson.
Do they need a corner like that, or do they need a D lineman?
They lost what's that corner they got from Patriots?
Asante, no. Oh, that one from the Patriots, but he got cut because he wasn't starting no more.
The Bills.
Oh,
Got from the Bills.
Not Tre'Davious White. What's his name?
It might be Tre'Davious White. Tre'Davious White.
Was it Tre'Davious?
Wasn't White. It might. No, was it? I don't know. But that corner, obviously, okay, you know what I'm talking about. He's gone. So they need to fill that spot. They got Asante Samuel. Asante Samuel's on a lockdown. He's not a one corner. So
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't take Will Johnson. I know we needed a defensive line. I'm surprised we didn't take Will Johnson.
All right, now you get into the playoff picks.
Yo, who's the best offensive lineman left in the board? Josh Simmons,
Mm.
Josh Conley Jr. I'll say this: if for some reason Shador makes it past the Browns and the Giants tomorrow, they're trading up to get him.
They who?
The Steelers. It's not so much that they don't want Shador. It's just that they had other needs they need to address first, and D tackle was definitely one of our biggest needs.
How old is Cam Haywood right now?
36 or 37. He's gonna be
All right,
37 next year.
that makes the draft pick make even more sense.
He played great last year, but it's only so long that he can keep going.
I thought he retired. Honestly, I know he's still playing.
Nah, we signed him
I'm
to an
serious. I thought he
extension.
retired. I
We
didn't know he was
signed him to an
still
extension last year. He
playing.
signed a 3-year extension last year.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yo, your camera zooming in on you like crazy.
Who, me?
Nah, AJ's.
He is. Oh,
Yeah. It zoomed in on you like whoop.
What type of laptop are you using?
I'm using my PC. Using my like Elgato camera.
Mm.
Pretty sure they use. Yeah. What the? I think I can zoom in. Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay, so the Chargers pick is in. All right. Also, just so everybody knows, our goal is to get to 100 subscribers by the end before the start of NFL season. So let's help us get there.
Oh,
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. All right, we're already at 57, so let's keep it going to 100.
Really?
Also,
What the heck?
what? Oh, who they pick?
Amarion Hampton, running back for North Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah,
Najee is pissed.
he's trash.
Najee Harris is pissed.
He's trash.
He's not trash.
Yes, he is.
He is not trash.
He went to
Najee
UNC,
Harris
bro.
is
He's
not
obviously
trash.
trash. Yes, he
He is
is.
not trash.
He's horrible.
Oh my gosh, two running backs.
Man went to UNC,
They
fam.
needed
This man is
receivers.
obviously horrible.
They needed a lot of things. Running back was not one of them. Oh, this is interesting. I don't even know what to make of this. Oh, that's crazy.
good for him. Okay, second running back. Here comes the rush.
Nah, it's not gonna be a running back. I'll tell you that right now. I'm pretty sure nobody was ready for them to take a running back either. Yo, Mike Green is still on the board. Golden is still on the board. Will Johnson is still on the board. Oh, the Packers taking Will Johnson for sure. They are taking Will Johnson or Mike
Ooh,
Green.
yeah, man. Watching these highlights, you would think all these players are future Hall of Famers.
Yo, all of them. Every single one of them.
Hmm.
Oh, this is Green Bay's pick at Green Bay. I wonder who they're taking.
You're doing shirt tosses?
Guess so.
Yes,
Yo,
they
that's a
are.
lot of people.
I mean, they all live right there, fam. It's like the stadium is smack dab in the neighborhood.
Hey, we need to buy plane tickets now if we're gonna do this for next year.
To what? Steelers
Yeah.
for the draft?
Yep.
How expensive are flights to Philadelphia?
They wearing hoodies, bro. How cold is it over there?
It's like 30 something
It's in
degrees.
Pennsylvania.
In Wisconsin?
Yeah, it'd probably be like $400 for a flight.
Oh yeah, my seasons are thrown off. I live out here, dog.
Yeah. Arizona different. Oh,
So
by the
we
way, I might
had
not be coming to Arizona until like July. It looks like this year.
good luck.
I'm gonna love it. I'm buying two eggs and I'm cracking on the asphalt. I need to see it cook.
It's 50 degrees
Nah.
out here, bro. But it was 99 the other day out here.
Ooh.
It's
But
81 right
it's
now. My
okay.
season's
Well, hold
thrown
on.
off.
It's only 7 o'clock, 7:30 or so for y'all. So 81 at 7:30 is not bad.
Yeah, what was it at noon? That's the real question.
I don't know, like it was a nice day. It wasn't that bad. I think it was like 88 or 80, yeah, 80, yeah, 89.
All right. Actually, yes, that's cool.
Tomorrow 91.
All
Uh,
right. Listen. Cool. We're in New England here. You should chill out with the 90s. We just started touching the 60s.
that
It's
sounds
not been sweet.
fantastic.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. By the way, okay, so you're saying how much is the prices? Just taking a look at a random price to Pittsburgh right now is once they announce the date of the draft, it's gonna go up, obviously, but it's $300
That's not bad.
for a round trip. Yeah.
Oh, I could probably use some miles.
Once they announce the draft dates, though, then prices are gonna go up. The dates aren't announced yet for the draft for next year.
It's not always the last Thursday of April.
No,
See, I just always treated it like Thanksgiving and just had the mental.
because the other part that you could do is not fly into Pittsburgh, fly into another place that's like an hour and a half outside of Pittsburgh and drive in. Like we could fly to Cleveland and drive in if they hike up the price too much. That's the smart thing about when you're trying to go to a place for vacation. Don't always think about flying directly to your destination. If for to save $400, you could fly to a neighboring city and drive the rest of the way there and go ahead. Yo, if the Packers select Jalen Milroe, oh damn, that'd be crazy. McDuggan's just being a hater right now. So anything in this draft, for me, my biggest surprise so far in this draft is Amari Hampton going to the Chargers for sure. Like that's really surprised me. Any surprises for you guys?
Where are the running backs?
Listen, I didn't think there'd be two running backs in the first round, but here we are. AJ,
Hmm?
any surprises for you?
Ashton Genty getting picked there early, and so is Mason Graham getting picked there early. Kind of threw me off.
All right. Best pick.
Jalen Walker falling off also threw me
All the way
off.
down to the Falcons.
Yeah,
Pays you twice a year. Yeah, I can understand
you got to get by Icky, so good luck with that.
that. Best pick of the night.
The best. Uh,
For me, it's
again,
Amika
in
Ibuka for
theory,
the Buccaneers. For the
in theory,
Buccaneers.
I will say, I'm blanking on his name. I just saw it. The Giants. In theory, that's a good pick.
Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
I got
Right
the
when they
Bucks pick
drafted
was the
him, I
best
think
one.
right when they drafted him, I said the Giants have a history of just landing on linemen, so it should probably be a good fit for them.
I mean, they should be getting crazy amounts of pressure, which is, I mean,
Hold
that's gonna
on.
take pressure off their corners and stuff. In theory, again.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Timeout. The Packers select Golden, a wide receiver. They didn't need a wide receiver. They have too many wide receivers.
They chose Marcus Golden, for real?
Yes, Matthew.
Really? What? What? Yeah, then they got Jalen Reed,
Christian Watson,
Christian Walk, yeah.
and I'm forgetting the other guy's name right now. Jaden Reed, Christian Walker, Watson,
What
and
fast dude they got? I forgot his name. I can't remember his name either.
They're all young too.
Yeah,
all of them young, all of them on their rookie deals.
Well, they're not going to be able to keep everybody, is what the message they're sending.
look,
Hold on, I don't know.
Minnesota gonna get Will Johnson.
They could use that.
I mean, a lot
They
of
could
teams.
definitely use that.
Why didn't they? This might be the worst pick.
Jaden Reed's Romeo Dobbs. That's who it was. Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Datavion Wicks. And they signed McCole Hardman. That's crazy.
This might be the worst pick of the draft.
The Packers?
The first round. Yeah, the first round.
Unnecessary.
It's an unnecessary pick. It's a waste of a pick to me.
You got too many wide receivers already as it is. You can only run at best 4 wide receivers, maybe, on the field at the same time.
I mean, what's the thought process here?
You're going to trade one of them away tomorrow for a second round pick? That's the only thing I can think of. You're going to trade one away, so this is to replenish the one you're trading away.
Yeah, is the entire town of Green Bay, is everyone in Green Bay at the stadium right now?
It's pretty much, yeah. I'll tell you this. I was actually in Green Bay, and I was driving through Green Bay. For real, where the stadium is, you're really driving past people's houses like you're in Milton, right? Just driving past people's houses, and then all of a sudden it's just a big open field, and then there's the stadium right in the middle of people's houses. Then right after that, just back to people's houses. It's like you just drove past a massive high school.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the neighborhood. Smack dab. You're riding your bike, kids riding their bikes. Oh, there's Lambo.
It was the craziest thing I ever seen. I thought like, oh, that must be a really big high school. Wait, that's Lambeau Field? Oh, damn.
High school.
McNuggins is saying, Aaron Rodgers is looking at the Green Bay 6 to his stomach right now because they waited until he left before they started drafting all these wide receivers in the first round.
It wasn't his gripe. He didn't like the receivers; they were too young. That was his biggest deal.
He didn't like young. Yeah. He doesn't like young players. He does not like young players.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, they really drafted Matthew Golden.
Oh, Matthew Golden. I said Marcus. Yeah, this is it might be the lowest grade pick of the night.
That's interesting. It's a very unnecessary pick. They must be trading one of them.
Like you said, they're probably going to ship one of them out. All their wide receivers are young. They're all pretty decent. So you're right. They're probably going to look to trade one of them.
Yeah, well, they're going to trade Jalen Reed. I think him and Watt some of their best ones. But they all, I don't know, man. Even then, so you're drafting a third string or a slot or like
literally, it's not even a slot. Jaden Reed is just slot.
And so it's like, what are we doing here? Like, it's still to me just don't. I don't know. Man.
I would have improved the defense.
Because isn't
Jair's out. They're about to cut Jair or something like that. He's gonna be a post-June cut.
Post-June first cut.
So who that? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Somebody might get fired. You better hope this works out in some way.
Listen, you better be the first team to make 4 wide receivers happy.
I swear.
They ain't never gonna run the ball.
Which is crazy because you got Josh Jacobs.
That's insane.
This is an
Oh,
interesting one,
just real quick. Also, just off of football for a second. Was the Jimmy Butler injury a dirty play?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
If you guys get a chance, you guys should take a look at that play. I think it was Amin Thompson who they're saying that he's a dirty player. At first glance, I thought Draymond pushed him into Jimmy Butler, but then looking at it, Draymond didn't box out properly and he tried sneaking his way through. I didn't think it was dirty, but it's been a question about is he a dirty player right now, and he's a second-year player or something like that.
Oh, damn. All right, I gotta see this in slow motion now. In real time, it looks like he just tried to tackle him at the knees.
Midair, yeah. All right, so as you take a look at this, I just want to shout out to everybody. Like, hey, yo, thanks for watching with us. I know we got a few viewers right now. Thank you for watching this with us. We ain't going nowhere, but as you could see on the top right of the screen, somewhere above Marvin's head, like over there, and then go up. Yeah, like right there. Yeah. Subscribe, like, do all that. Again, we're trying to get to 100 likes before August, ideally before September, but we're gonna say August because we know people are gonna run on CP time. We're probably gonna be at 98 in August, and then we're gonna need 2 more to get to 100. So we need to get to 100 subscribers by August. So, so Dion says it was dirty. So definitely like, subscribe, do what you see over there, and join us, man. We're gonna be having conversations. Gonna be posting up reels and all that stuff. You know, no shameless plug. We out here. All right. Now, okay. So, Marvin, now that you've seen it, is it a dirty play?
Yeah, it looks dirtyish. In slow motion, it looks nuts. In slow motion, it looks like he just timed it just right and tried to take him out. Even watching it live, it looks wild. So it does look dirtyish.
Did you see the play yet, AJ? Or are you still looking for it?
Look at it right now. I would say no.
Because it looked like he kind of stumbled into it. I don't think he necessarily tried to bridge him.
Dirty. Yeah, dirty because he kind of stuck his arm out. I think he stuck his arm out to kind of protect himself because it looked like he about to run into Jimmy anyway. So he was
about to run head first. I ain't trying to get concussed.
Yeah, I don't think it was dirty, but it's just sad because I mean, player.
You know what? That's what it is. Is him sticking his arms out to try to brace or whatnot makes it look worse than it actually is.
If Draymond boxed out like he should have, it never would have happened.
That's avoided. I agree.
It was a lazy box out.
I've been playing dirty this whole series too, so I don't want to hear that either.
Because honestly, when I first saw it, I immediately thought, just first glance, I was even watching like that. I was like, damn it, Draymond pushed him into him, and now he got hurt. Look at you, Draymond. And then I had to be like, oh, damn.
To me too. Like,
yeah, and then I had to apologize.
Now I'm in front of dude. Like,
I'm sorry, Draymond, it wasn't that, but Draymond, if you boxed out, it would have avoided it. I don't necessarily think it was dirty. It just ended up being circumstance. Dion thinks it's dirty, though.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Will Johnson.
You know what?
That's fine. They need O-line. That's cool.
You know what?
Dude, you know what? Draymond Green should have boxed out better. And honestly, what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to fight and try to go get the rebound. He's not supposed
literally.
To let
that's what he's doing. That's why I don't think
out.
it's dirty. That's really why I don't think it's dirty. But it just so happens Houston traded the pick to New York.
Oh,
Shador. Shador's off the board.
Oh,
Shador's off the board.
No way.
Wow.
Because I think they think the Rams are going to get Shador. They said no. They said no.
Told you the Rams were probably going to take him.
Guys, we might have been onto something.
What?
Yo. So wait, the Texans gave 25th in exchange. So the Texans don't have a first round pick then this year. They're getting the second round pick, third round pick, and a third next year.
but it's a high second round pick this year. It's just a few picks back.
Yeah, it's
They
like
don't have
10
a
picks
first.
back,
They lost
honestly.
their first though. That's kind of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
7.
9, 10, 11.
Exactly 10.
11 picks back. I'm counting this pick right now
Oh,
as one of the
yep.
picks.
They already shown Dion.
Well,
Damn,
they've been
Dion's
showing
looking
Dion
old.
even when the Steelers was on the clock, so it don't mean shit.
Dion's looking
what?
old.
They keep looking at
He,
Jackson Dart, fam. He no.
yo,
Oh,
if it
Zach.
was Jackson Dart, it'd be crazy. If it was Jackson Dart, it'd be crazy.
I had to call my brother, fam, and see how he doing. They draft Jackson Dart. I'm be real with you.
Yo, is it Dart or is it Shador? Oh, oh,
Oh, wow. 28 wins in how many years?
Please let it be Jackson Dart so I can have something to laugh about.
Oh, come on.
I need something to laugh about today.
yo, I'm refreshing Twitter right now because ESPN's about to go to commercial. I don't care. I need to know who they picking. They don't need the rest of the clock. Once you trade, you know who you want. You know what I mean? Like, why do you got the rest of the clock? It should be immediate. Yo, Ricky, it would be the craziest thing if they went Dart. If they went Dart, Ricky, it'd be the craziest thing. And I'm here for it because I love drama.
It can't be Jackson Dart, bro.
Yo, hold on. McDouglas wants Milrow. He wants he wants Milrow. He doesn't want Dart or Shador. He literally put in the chat in the comments, Milrow
Milrow
prayer
prayer
circle.
circle.
Hero prayer circle is here, bro.
Oh, man. Nah, I
Yo,
think someone in the Giants was watching our stream. They're like, you know what? That's a good idea.
yo, listen, I'm
The
telling you,
Rams are
man.
probably the Rams are gonna pick Shador. And they said no, cut that
I will
off.
say so. I did hear the Rams. Not that the Rams were looking to draft a quarterback, but literally, someone mentioned that after this year with what's his name, Matthew Stafford, it's really just who's the next thing, and that coach Sean McVay doesn't want to go to quarterback purgatory.
Also, it's
So
like you can't because the way the Rams played too, man. They're not a team that tanks. Like they weren't supposed
they
to be good this
can't
year.
because they don't have picks. They give their picks. This slogan
Yeah,
was F them picks.
they can't tank. Like they can't tank. Like it just is what it is. So it's like but also they always find a way to win. Like I didn't expect to make the playoffs last year. I didn't expect to make especially win a game or even give the Eagles a fight. Like they gave the Eagles a fight. That's crazy. I didn't expect that. But it what it is. So I was like, okay, so they're not gonna get an early pick. I don't think they get an early pick next year like that. So it would make sense for them to go quarterback right now, especially when you just sitting there. Like he just sitting there. They're not gonna get an Arch. They're not gonna get a Sam Levitt, Nico, or
The Giants? Oh, you're
no
talking
the
about the Rams. The
Rams.
Rams.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, they're
they're not
not.
gonna get those dudes. They're just not unless they give up the whole draft thing they got that
But
whole
they
year.
again, they don't have. I think this is the first time they've had a first round pick in like the last 5 years because they've really traded away every single pick. Remember, Jameer
Yeah,
Gibbs was the first
yeah,
round pick the Lions drafted with the Rams pick,
yeah,
I believe. So it's like, yo,
yeah. It's hurry up. What are we
yo,
doing?
All these commercials are driving me nuts. And
yo.
granted, I have a few different screens open, but every time I look over, it's just
Not enough. Well, this is. I don't know if this is like right now, but it's like he on the phone with nobody. Might be Jalen Milrow. Shoot, who knows?
Yo, how crazy would it be if it was Milrow? Because the thing is, the reason you want to draft a quarterback in the first round is because you want to have that 5th year option. That's really what it is. You don't want your rookie quarterback to do a franchise tag in the 5th year when you could do a 5th-year option instead, which will save you
Then they
money.
got that package pick in and everybody dipped. That's crazy.
Damn,
Right.
they're like,
The
we just
pick
want to
is
see our
in.
pick. Damn, it
Yeah, that
really
crowd
emptied
was
out.
out. They said, "Whoop, we out, we done. Let's go home. We right down the street. Let's go home."
I'm the neighbor.
Oh wow.
Who is it?
What?
No, I was shocked at how empty it is compared
Oh,
to
Oh.
he
just
did. Yeah,
minutes ago.
they dipped. Yeah.
Yo,
They saw
don't
that
fake
package
us out
pick.
like that.
Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Yo! Oh! Oh!
Oh
Oh
wow.
my! Oh my God! Oh! 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 Oh my God!
Hold on. So can Shador still go next pick?
Yes.
God!
No. I think this is literally a statement by the NFL saying that Shador is not who he thought he was in their eyes. Yo, they picked Dart. Dayball must really
Dog!
like Dart. Oh,
Get the
gee.
fuck out of here! You
Oh,
want
the
Jackson
Falcons
Dart
on the
over
clock.
Shador?
Falcons on the clock. The Rams aren't picking. They must have really wanted Dart. Oh, damn.
Who
Falcons
the
on the
Rams
clock.
traded up?
The Rams traded up. They traded out.
Ah!
The Falcons are on the clock. Yo, what is going up? What is going on?
This is actually interesting.
Yo, I don't think unless the Rams are going to take Jackson Dart, and now that Jackson Dart's off the board, the Rams are like, "F it, we'll give it to you, Atlanta." Oh my gosh,
Atlanta. None of the remaining teams are really going to go quarterback.
no! But Atlanta don't need quarterbacks either.
Exactly.
You coping? It's all good. You coping? Man. It's all good, man. I'm gonna let you cope.
James Pierce Jr. Atlanta choosing a defensive lineman. No, they did not. No, they did not. Hold on, there's no way this trade is right. The Rams traded pick 46, which is a second round pick of this year, and 242, which is probably like a seventh. And they gave up their first round pick next year to get this pick from Atlanta. To get this pick from the Rams.
Hold on. What they give up again?
A first round pick next year, a second round pick this year, and a 6th round pick.
This was really their guy.
Yo, but I don't see if it's really James Pierce that they drafted. I don't see him being worth that.
Nah, it's also funny because the
Shador's
Chargers
not going
lost
up.
to
Yeah, no, Ricky got it right.
and they didn't
The only
want
way
to lose.
Shador is going up in the first round is if the Saints or the Raiders trade
The
up.
Chargers didn't want to
And
get
I don't see the
Jackson.
Raiders trading up this year, Ricky. They just got Geno, extended him
The
to a
Chargers
3-year
traded back to trade
contract.
their pick for the
So it's not
Falcons.
going to be.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that Tyler?
Yeah.
AJ, is
Uh-oh.
that Tyler?
Yeah.
Tell him get on the call.
Yeah. All right. Wait a
Yo.
minute. Yeah, so it's funny. I just thought about it on the phone. I was talking to Tyler. He said he's happy with the pick. He liked the pick. But it's also funny, I said, because the Chargers traded back immediately after they picked him, which means that the Chargers didn't want Shador either. They wanted Jackson Dart too.
They wanted Jackson Dart.
And that's crazy too. Like, that's crazy too, fam.
They
So
got their
they
man.
said, damn, we want Jackson. We didn't want Shador, so they traded back. They said, all right, we good. That's nuts,
One
dude.
of my friends said the Giants was never going to make a black quarterback be the face of their franchise.
Oh, who are they getting? Will Johnson? I keep thinking Will Johnson.
No, Pierce Jr.
No, my God, man. Oh my God! They trying to kill my QB. They trying to kill my
What?
quarterback,
What?
man.
What did Dion say? R.I.P. to that midget.
My God! They
R.I.P. to
trying to
that
kill
midget,
my
dog.
dude. Why? I forgot he was here. He's still here. Why?
Yeah, y'all going to need to draft an offensive lineman tomorrow again. Y'all need to go draft the O lineman tomorrow. Because who did you
So
draft today? Who was your
unnecessary,
first round pick
man.
this year? It was a wide receiver. You guys about to trade T Mac for offensive lineman right now. Y'all might as well.
I mean, our offensive line is gonna get better, but I'm thinking about the future itself, fam. Like, they got two dudes who just fast and lengthy and strong,
Mhm.
coming off the
The
edge.
Falcons really gave up their first round pick next year too.
Next year.
That's the
I
part
don't see
that
Damn.
really
the
confuses me. You
they're
gave
not
up
even a playoff team, so they're giving up a
no,
quality player.
Damn, man.
give up a second round this year, a first round next year. That's mm,
This is bull. This is some bullshit.
Oh,
damn. This is this is interesting. What the hell is the Ravens gonna do? Didn't the Ravens lose an offensive lineman this year in the free agency? Or did they Ronnie
I
Staley?
feel like someone was lured away from them. Yeah.
Let's see.
I want to fight, bro.
Who you finna square up with?
Somebody. The first Falcon fan I see.
Well, that's the name of the game. You gotta be able to get to the quarterback these days. So
I'm
Yo,
worried.
listen.
I'm just worried about the future, man, because it's hard to pay O lineman and to keep a good O line. Our O line is still straight. We can hold off two rookies. It's when no rookies off turning the vets, and then we gotta start paying people. I was like, oh no, oh my gosh,
I was not ready for that.
because we gotta pay Icky this year. At the end of this year, we gotta pay Icky. And Icky been great. He's been great at tackle, so he gonna cost a pretty penny.
The Falcons really are building a squad here. They feel
They building their
they feel like
defense.
the offense is already completed. They needed to work on their defense, which
No, they
they
building their
didn't.
defense, fam.
They
They
needed to work
probably.
on their defense for real, for real.
I mean, they tried in the free agency when they got like Jesse Bates, and they had
It didn't
who's
work though.
that corner they had,
I can't remember
Av.
who it is, but nah, I know what you're talking about. But it didn't work. They tried,
It
but it
didn't,
failed.
it didn't work because they didn't have good linebackers. That's one. They had the linebacker core, which is, I mean, that's the start of your defense. They ain't really had good leaders and
Yeah, but
linebackers.
they fixed that
They
this
had
year.
they had Judon, and
They still got Judon, right? Judon is still with the team,
yeah,
isn't he?
they added. I mean, what they do is they play really hard and fast. They like to really hit the edge like hard, and then rely on their corners to lock up, which they do tend to generally lock up. It's just that they had some really big defensive laps, and especially when they ran zone coverage with their linebackers and their safeties. They have bad communication. There's always gaps every time they ran a zone play, and then that's what they were getting cooked on. And teams
Oh,
pick that. They start
they
picking it
lost
up.
Judon. By the way, Judon's
They
a free
did.
agent. Yeah.
Yeah, they started picking it up, and a little late in the season, but by that time it was too late. Because like that's my team. We gashed them. We gashed them specifically up the middle, which is surprising. We just ran up the middle with them. We hit them deep in the middle of the zone with passes, outside zone passes. We hit them everywhere. They couldn't stop us.
That's where the Patriots got their second, third round pick for this year. Was that Judon trade?
That was worth it. That was a good trade for y'all.
Yeah, good stuff.
That was a good trade, man. I mean, he's at the end of his peak.
Mm-hmm.
Get what you can for him. We got the most you could for him. You got 2 picks for him, 2 high picks. Again, with y'all just need to keep. They need to keep that coaching staff and just be patient. Oh, Travis sponsored by Adidas. That's dope.
Oh yeah, no, he has been. That was early.
No, but Tom is too. That's also interesting. So he left Under Armour.
Tom, honestly, Tom could jump over. He's like, F y'all. So the
No, but I'm
Baltimore
surprised
Ravens
he didn't pay him enough to
select
keep him.
safety Malachi Starks from Georgia.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, it is with because they got Kyle Hamilton as the other safety, right?
Show up that defense, yeah.
You ain't passing deep on them. That's for damn sure.
I mean, if you do, you can't pop.
Tom Hamilton's he's big.
I don't have
get
NBA
popped,
TV. How am I going to watch this game today?
What are you trying to watch now? The Nuggets Clippers?
Yeah.
Imagine Detroit picked Shador. That'd be cool.
How old is Jared Goff?
Jared Goff he ain't young. He's over 30.
Is he? Let me check.
Yeah. Wait, why are you asking about his age? He just signed a contract with him last year for 5 years or something like that.
Oh, he did? Yeah. He's 30. He's not that old. 30.
Then that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying
to figure out Shador gets drafted in the first round, man.
He's not. He's not. You got the Lions, Commanders, Bills, Chiefs, and Eagles. He's not.
That Giants trade was really his last hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough, man.
Mm-hmm. Yo.
Now, I do think he will be drafted. It's just we're all shocked he didn't go.
Yo, get home safe, Ricky. Get home safe.
After this is Ravens, Lions, Commanders, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles. Like, yeah.
Oh, seeing this, right? Quick question. Jaden Daniels' mama. Annoying. Is she overstepping the bounds?
Yes. Viciously. The heck? But he let me
Marvin,
do it, so
did you see this? Did you see the clips of Jaden Daniels' mama?
Yeah, man.
Oh, with Juju? She's
with
not
Juju.
playing.
People said that she was at the wedding when he was turning up. I didn't see her there, but people said that she was there.
She was she was right in the background. They were in like a dance circle. She was right there, fam.
Damn. He can't even go to a party while his mom's there. Yo.
He letting them do it. I mean, he's letting her do it. So it's like, I'm sure if he said
he might be Haitian. He might be Haitian, and we just don't know it.
I'm sure he said stop back up. If he said stop doing it, he would stop doing it. But he letting her do it.
I don't think. Again, like I said, I think he might be Haitian. 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 You don't understand what I'm saying. And all Haitian men understand. Femme sous capable. That's all I gotta say. All she gonna say is, oh, m'a parlé? Femme gade, femme no. Oh, femme no. Papa m'a sous capable.
She was like, yo, you might be taller than me, but I can still
and you might make more money than me. But I'm telling you right now, I'm coming to that party with you. You're not going there alone. I had a dream.
Oh, that one. That part. Yo,
I had a dream. I had a dream. Dion, he might really just love his mama. Nah, man, that mom might really be Haitian. Nah, listen, if she was really at that wedding party, then It was Brandon Ayuk's, not Brandon Ayuk's. Who's the new wide receiver that just got? Debo. It was Debo's wedding, and he was there, and his mom came and tagged along too.
Yeah, she was there. I'm telling you, it was a dance circle. There were girls there. She was like literally Bogarting, fam. She's right there. I'm serious.
Yo, listen, that mama ain't playing no game. She's like, you're not gonna mess up our wealth. You gotta get that second contract. After that second contract, go do what you want to do. Yo, okay, wait, who's on the clock now? Oh, so the Commanders on the
The
clock.
Lions. Oh, the
Lions
pick's
pick.
already in.
Yeah, because we got to wrap this up, guys. We tired. You taking way too long. Too many
The
commercials.
draft started at 5. It's 8:13.
Yeah, well, for me, it's already
Oh, this
8.
starts for you 8. It's 11.
Yeah, it's 11 something right now.
Oh,
We
it's like
tired.
5.
Yeah, it's 5 for us. We need to hurry up.
Damn. You know, people clowning Shador Sanders for getting his number retired. They're like, so
He
you
didn't
didn't
deserve
win the Heisman, you didn't win Natty,
Yeah.
you didn't get drafted in the first round. So why is your number getting retired again?
The first round is irrelevant. You ain't win the Heisman. You ain't got a chip. I don't understand why you get retired, fam. That makes no sense. That makes zero sense.
Yeah, no.
Like USC does it where like they do that. If you win the Heisman, you get your number retired. That's just the rule. So like people were confused why Caleb got his number retired. I'm like, you won the Heisman. It's just how it is. And that makes sense. You won the Heisman. You won the best player of the year, or you go ahead. Travis Hunter won the Heisman. He won the best receiver of the year. I think best defensive player of the year. Oh, yeah. He went on Natty, but he won that. He deserved to have his number retired. Him? No. He did nothing. I mean, he didn't win nothing. Let me say that. He didn't win nothing. I don't know. I no.
Yo, who are the
If he
Lions
did-
really taking?
But if he did win the Natty, he still should have his number retired because, I mean, again.
Yeah.
No, the player who won.
We don't know why, but it still was not necessary.
No, it don't make sense. Did he win any award last year?
No, not to my knowledge.
A lot of people speculate that he was successful because he was coached by his dad.
I did hear that comment where they're like, oh, can he adapt to not being coached by his father? Because his father's been the only coach he's ever had. And I'm like, bro, listen, eventually he's like, that's, again, there's a lot of lazy excuses to try to bring down his draft stock that I'm just not a fan of. I feel like it is racially driven. But it's just like, come on. Oh, he doesn't know how to have a coach because his coach has only been his father.
He did say that. He said he got a problem. He couldn't. He said that to himself, actually.
He said that? That's a problem that his father's been his only coach?
No, he said, Shador said, like, hey, I got a problem. I had a problem. I called my dad because he was playing with somebody and he couldn't adapt to the new coach. And he called his dad the coach. That's what his dad started coaching.
And when was this?
It was like, I won't say this interview like a year ago. He's like, Dad, I need you. That's like.
No, but I mean, like, when did he say, Dad, I need you to come coach me? Because father's been his coach his whole collegiate career.
I don't know. It can't be Jackson State.
Because Dion was the coach before he went to Jackson State, wasn't he?
Yeah, so I don't know. You might have to.
Mm-hmm. So if it was high school, then that's something different.
It is different, but he did. I'm saying he did say that. And, dudes look for any excuse to kind of bring this dude down in any sense. In that way. My critiques of him is just that stat wise and who he played against wasn't all that.
And that's fair critique. That is fair critique, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. But none of your teammates came to your birthday party? Come on.
To be fair, man, that's the problem I had with Deion coaching Colorado was that he built that team was around his son.
It was, and I'm really
They
curious what he's
had
gonna do now. Now that his son is gone,
Yeah.
for me
both of
is
them.
that like they had a quote. What was it? Strive to something that they had on their helmets. They had this his son's number on all their helmets. Like
Five two
what other
eighty.
college? Yes, like Colorado. They had his
Yeah,
son's
that's because
number
they're the
on.
Mile High City. That's the
They had,
elevation.
no, they had Strive two. They had the number two on everybody's helmet in
Oh,
Colorado.
I don't know about
I've
that.
never seen any college team do that
Yeah,
unless somebody died.
and
Like,
look,
like
gratefully enough, no one has died.
let's say about
Mm.
how he came in, how Dion came in, how that program is really just try to do nothing, try doing nothing. That's how it was. They lost a lot of talented players like that. I can see why nobody want to mess with this dude. That makes sense. Like, I'm done with you. Like after that, I'm done with you. Like you my teammate. At the end of the day, once this team stuff going, you off the team. I'm done with you. Especially if I don't like you. And if a lot of people don't like you, fam, I don't believe no one came, but I do believe a significant amount of people did not come to his birthday.
I can believe
I,
that, and at the same time, it's to me that's not a problem. Now I understand if you
it's
want
not a
him to
problem with
be,
it had nothing to do with him getting drafted. That's
it
just
has
him as a
no,
person.
you got to
That's
be if you're a
different.
leader.
Yeah, it's all
Bingo. See,
yeah.
there you go. It speaks more to his leadership capabilities than anything else. The fact that there were a lot of people not there, but it shouldn't impact your ability to get drafted if you have the skill set for the position for the role.
It and the thing about that is also he can't bring that to a locker room, bro. In that field,
That thing, yeah.
he getting torched. You know, and these grown men, bro, make more than you and they bigger than you, fam. You gonna try to talk reckless like that? It's gonna be a problem, especially if you ain't performing.
If you ain't
Like,
performing, so if you ain't performing part, that's the thing.
but that whole how he came up in college football, how that system worked. It just didn't. I can see why, in terms of that aspect, how people didn't come to his birthday. I can see how that played into effect. Yeah, I came in. He said, I'm bringing my luggage with me in this Louis. Ain't win nothing."
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, if Travis Hunter didn't exist on that team, fam, that team would be irrelevant. It just that plain and simple.
You know what? But even with all that being said, I wouldn't mind putting a back half of the second round pick on him.
No, he second round pick sounds more reasonable. I'm just shocked given the hype that he had that he wasn't picked first round.
Hmm.
To be straight with you, well, if you look at it, it makes sense why he is a second round pick. I think people looked at it like that as well. They're like, yeah, if Travis wasn't there, and this was some regular kid throwing 4,000, he was doing
Hmm.
4,000 yards in the Big 12, nothing really popping off tape. No, it was like, yeah, he's a decent quarterback. If last name was Sanders, you probably be a third round pick. I think he's
He
still
needs it.
good. I think he's still good, but he just it'll be a tough road for this man, bro. It ain't gonna be as easy as he thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Say that.
Just, first round pick. You think franchise changer, someone that can lift you up from wherever you are and take you to the next level. I don't see him as being that transformational of a player. I think he's going to have a decent NFL career. I don't know how long he's going to start, but it's a shame.
I think it's gonna be some humble first years. Let me say that. You're gonna have to eat it. You're gonna have to eat those first years. He
No,
gonna have to
no, this is entirely everything he's going through right now is humbling.
he'll either have
Everything.
to you don't have to change the way he moves, his mentality is, or whatever. He's gonna have to change who he is as a person, or something like that. Yeah. Something's gonna have to change, or it's gonna be the same. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing good's gonna happen for him.
Dion doesn't like this conversation, but it's a
I mean,
conversation to be
it's what it
had.
is. Yeah, it's
Listen,
what it is. Like,
you okay? So then let me ask this question. I know they don't have to, But how important is it for your quarterback to be the leader of your team?
It's super important, man. Are you serious? Like we see what you saw what happened to A-Rod. A-Rod is a great talent. He's a great talented quarterback. That dude was a
Okay,
cancer to a locker room. Like you're a
okay. But let's
cancer.
say, what if you had like LaDainian Tomlinson or Marshall Falk in your locker room, where they are going to be the leader?
No, but the quarterback
No,
still has to
quarterback.
have a
Yeah,
certain
no,
catch
yeah,
that he carries because he
yeah.
touches the ball more than anybody else.
This
Okay.
dude, I got a block for it. He talking shit.
Exactly.
Well, he
Like,
ain't got to
what?
talk shit, but he could
Like, you know
still
what I'm
be
saying? Like,
like,
and this dude want to say a bunch of stupid stuff. It's a quarterback.
You saw what happened on any given Sunday when Willie Beeman started feeling himself a little too much.
But no, it's for real though, man. Like this is a dude that he touches the ball 100% of the time. He's on the field for the most part.
mm-hmm.
Dude's got a block for this dude. I gotta take orders
And again,
audible
just
for
because
this
you're not a
dude.
good leader doesn't mean you're always talking shit. You could literally just be like,
If you nonchalant and not caring, fam, that energy transmits to the rest of the team. Everybody feels like that.
so let me,
If you
okay,
call the plays in
so
the huddle, you're like, eh,
let
eh.
me, okay, so maybe nonchalant is not a good example. You remember when Dak and Zeke were both in their rookie second years or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Zeke was the vocal leader, but Dak wasn't necessarily so vocal. He was more like I'm here to work and I'm just gonna work my way through this.
Nah, Dak was a leader. He just wasn't a loud leader. There's a difference.
Okay.
Like, so as that example, I would say to prove the point is Tim Tebow. Not the most talented quarterback. That
Yeah,
man
but
will motivate you to get your job done and
I was
win a
about to say, wait,
playoff
where are you
game.
going with this? Because he was definitely a
He
leader.
he was a leader and he wasn't the most quarterback, but he got players to play with him. He won a playoff game. Like if people say he was good, he did it. That's a real big difference, man. When people always saying you're not the most talented quarterback, but everybody wants to play for you. Everybody wants to play for you. That changes your whole team dynamic. If you're a good quarterback, but no one wants to play with you, bro, that changes. It's not as good. You're not playing to your max potential. I'd rather have a mediocre quarterback that's a great leader that can make my whole team play to his maximum potential than a good quarterback who's just lackluster. He's just out there running plays. Like,
So Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler. Oh,
calm down now. Calm down. I'm a Jay Cutler fan.
yeah, Jay Cutler was
I am a
dog,
Jay
man.
Cutler fan, but a lot of people were complaining that he just wasn't a leader. He was too
Yeah,
nonchalant.
in those he had on and off leaders. I feel like Philip Rivers got to his head a lot
Mm.
because of him. If I remember Philip Rivers walking on the sideline, he's screaming at that man, calling him a baby. Walking
Philip
up
Rivers
the
knows a lot about babies because he had so many kids him damn self. He has a whole
yeah,
football
It's
team
like
roster.
14 kids, I think.
Yeah,
yeah. He was
that man
screaming
does
across
not
the
believe in a
field.
condom.
You fucking baby. You fucking cry, baby. Stop bitching. I remember that game because that's when Jay Cutler really started collapsing. But Jay Cutler when he was actually at his peak, he was a good leader. The latter years, obviously, he fell off. But I don't know many. It's hard to find a good quarterback that's not a good leader. It's very tough. That's a very rare thing to me. I'm trying to think in my head. The A-Rod's one of those players. He's towards the latter end of his career, but he's still a good quarterback. He's a terrible leader. Um, I'm trying to think who else like that. That's a good quarterback, terrible leader. But another example, I could say, I don't know if he's a leader. I was gonna say Nick Foles, but he's not really. I don't know if he was a leader like that. But he's not the greatest quarterback. Took him to the Super Bowl and won.
Was Russell Wilson a great leader?
I'll say Russell Wilson is a great leader for that team.
He's one of those leaders that leads by example, and he
Yeah.
tries to always say the right things. Now, that could rub some teammates the wrong way because they start to wonder whether or not it's genuine and if it's the true that's his true authentic self.
I say Russell Wilson a good leader. Obviously, like Tom a good leader, Peyton a good leader, Cam a good leader.
No
I'm trying to think of
question.
really good quarterbacks who I can't think. Can you give me a really good quarterback who was not a good leader?
I think the only one is Aaron Rodgers.
Like it's hard. Like that's really when you think about it, really hard. I don't know how Brett Favre was, but obviously Brett Favre could get players to play for him. I think Brett Favre in his later, most of that thing I think of in his later years because he was kind of a dick. He was on the Jets and stuff, but because also they would also
Yes, he had a private office in his in Denver.
Yeah, what?
Russ had a private office in Denver. So is that supposed to be because he's a bad leader or a good leader, Dion? Which one is it?
I think I wouldn't say that's a bad leader on his part, but that's a bad look when the freaking GM and owner is giving you a whole room, fam. And they
Dion did mention the lineman was screaming in his face. Now that's kind of to what Marvin was saying. You can be a good leader, but it might rub some people the wrong way because they think it's not genuine. And also, I don't need to hear your rah-rah speeches when we're losing. You can give me the rah-rah speech after one loss, two loss. But if we're on a 5-game losing streak, don't give me that rah-rah, we can win it. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I was a fan, and I was watching the last game of the season when we lost to the Ravens, I believe it was. Whoever was the last game. Ravens or Bengals. Russ ran on the field, went to Cam, was like, big dog, we just got to win 4. We just got to win 4 in a row. That's all we got to do. We lost 5 in a row. And you try to tell me now we got to win 4 in a row? Can we just win 1 game? That was me being pissed. I'm like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this.
I mean, I would say wrong place, wrong time, but I think that it is good to have a quarterback that stays positive. You still need that.
No, listen. Sometimes I don't need you to be positive. I was in doing a mock interview with the company one day. My job had like mock interview day, so they had companies come in to kind of give you tips and whatnot. And I was like, my personality is to kind of keep the peace and everything like that, and keep it a little bit more positive. We can still challenge people and whatnot. And he's like, just to let you know, that's good and all, but sometimes you need some adversity to help enforce growth and whatnot. Always being kumbaya does not give you all the growth that you need.
Hey, conflict
don't give me no.
I mean, saying that we only got 4 to go and being positive is not necessarily a kumbaya, fan. It's just like I know what we gotta do. I'm just gonna put it in a statement.
No. You know what you need to say? You know what you should have said? Yo, I know we only scored like 14 points or 12 points every game in this 5-game losing streak. I got us with 28 points next week. I would have respected that a whole lot more than we got to win with 5. At least lie to me, tell me we're going to score 28 next week. Don't say we got to win 4 in a row.
But that don't mean that he was a bad leader, so I think that's still good leadership.
No, it doesn't mean you're a bad leader, but at the same time, I don't want to hear you talk.
He was a bad leader, though.
Sometimes I don't want to hear you talk. Sometimes talk is overrated. I need action.
Yeah. So I still not a bad leader. I think that's a good leader too.
Yo, Dion really feels like he's a bad leader because he's just listening to us. He was like, Marshawn Lynch laughed in his face after they lost the Super Bowl.
That's not him. He laughed at freaking Pete Carroll. He laughed at Pete Carroll.
Listen, you can't judge anything by Marshawn Lynch.
But he laughed at Pete Carroll. He didn't laugh at Russell Wilson.
He did it?
No, he even said, I went to Pete, looked at me.
Hold on. Did the Eagles just trade?
Yeah, they made a trade with the Chiefs. The Chiefs traded their pick to the Eagles.
They swapped picks? That's weird.
Why? Okay, that's interesting. Like, I'm like, wait, why did I see Eagles on the clock? Will the Chiefs shake? And okay, whatever. And then real quick, Dion also mentioned that being positive is one thing, but that effort was clearly delusional, and he was just being super corny and never. This is your leader. On the plane, on the flight back, he's doing, what was he doing? Jumping jacks in the aisles?
No, he corny. No, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
He is a corny too,
bro. On the plane.
But he's still a good leader. I don't like, he's corny, but he's still a good leader, bro. Like, nah.
All right, now I got to figure out why the hell the Eagles traded up. Was someone trying to trade with the Chiefs to get who the Eagles wanted?
Right. Let's say I give you Russell Wilson. Who else besides Russell and A-Rod who are good quarterbacks, great quarterbacks?
Again, I'm not going to call him a bad leader. Delusional, annoying.
I'm just saying, let's say I give you that. Like, who are great quarterbacks that are bad leaders? Like, give me something, man. Was Big Ben a bad leader for y'all?
Nah, because he actually brought out the best out of Juju, and Juju was never the same after Ben left.
He went to hell when he left. Yeah. Besides, again, a little stint when he the Chiefs, he kind of showed out in the playoff Super Bowl. Other than that, he's I
Yeah,
know
No,
you can't really
honestly.
think of any great players who you can't point to and say, nah, he was looked at by his teammates as the man, or they had no problems following him.
like that's tough. Like, that's real hard. So if I look at this dude, yeah, I see Shador on the field. He makes the plays he's supposed to make. He makes the throws he's supposed to throw. He's supposed to throw. He's supposed to make. There's nothing really jump off the table. But if I see that right, and then if I'm hearing that your team ain't really like you that well,
Yeah.
that's kind of like ooh. Especially like the last thing you really need in the NFL locker room is egos. Because everybody got egos. These dudes are millionaires.
Mm.
You need the 10 guys on offense to believe in you. You need the 11 guys on defense to believe that you can give them the breather that they need and you can put numbers on the board.
Yeah.
So it is a lot. You need to at least get you don't have to be the loudest, you don't have to be the best, but you do need to be a good leader. You do need to have 50 plus men that are willing to follow you into war week in and week out.
And that I think that leadership can be learned. But again, like example, like Drake May, right? Drake May in college was a leader for his team though. Like in college, he's a starter quarterback. They didn't really win nothing at UNC like that. They had a good record. They didn't win nothing. But you see on the tape, he's a good quarterback. He's strong arm, accurate, can run, and his teammates like him.
Mhm.
They like him. They played hard every game for him.
Jahad
Yeah.
Campbell, is he good?
Position?
I can't remember his position. D line? No.
What team?
Linebacker.
What college?
Uh,
I get names mixed up.
Alabama. Bama.
Middle linebacker?
I think is he a middle linebacker? That's what I'm trying to remember.
That's what I'm thinking about in my head when you say Campbell, Alabama.
Yeah, Jihad Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell, middle linebacker. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, well, yeah, middle linebacker. Yeah, he's good. Big dude though.
Well, he's on the Eagles.
Oh, that's who they picked?
Yep.
Oh, so
Hey.
they got even bigger.
He about to smack folks. he about to smack. He about to smack up the NFC East, bro.
That was the
Good
one thing I
gracious.
noticed about the Eagles, especially in the Super Bowl, was damn, they're a lot big. They're much bigger than the average NFL team.
In terms of linebackers,
And
what
faster.
they've done in terms of scouting, they like big linebackers that can move.
That has some speed.
They
to him.
like dudes who are big, hit and move. Like that dude Nolan Smith. You know, in the Super Bowl, you obviously we all watched it, right?
Mhm.
Nolan Smith, number 6, coming off the edge, he had his tricep torn that whole game.
Oh, man.
It was
You said I'm
blowing
thinking,
off
damn, I
on
don't
the
think I
edge.
saw him tear his bicep during the Super Bowl. I don't remember that play, but okay, the whole game.
He tore his
Damn.
bicep, I think, like the first quarter. He played the whole game. It was blown by the edge. That's what they want, bro. They want dudes like that. I didn't even know that either until after the game. He tore his tricep. This is what he used to bend and stuff like that and the push. He tore that. He was still throwing up 300-pound men. And now you got this dude who's built the same, fam. It's just getting big, gigantic dogs. The plug in the middle that can fly to the ball, cover a little bit. But most of the thumping is you got the ball in your hand. Eagles, I don't know how they do it, fam. They've been the most successful at drafting good players late in the first round. They get exactly who they want that fits their scheme. I don't know how they keep doing it, but they keep doing it. The GM is magical, and they swap picks for this. I don't know what they told the Chiefs to swap the pick to get him.
Yeah, I don't understand the just one position switch.
But here's the thing.
Maybe the counter.
This is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like somebody. It sounds like somebody wants to trade with the Chiefs, and the Eagles are probably like, nah, they want to get that player. We need to get that player. We'll trade with you instead.
Someone's trying to trade up to the first.
Exactly. So the other thing about that is the Eagles are an NFC team. The Chiefs don't have to worry about seeing them unless they see them again in the Super Bowl.
I'm going to give them a 5th round pick too, so that's not bad.
Yeah, just
so they pick up a 5th rounder,
and just a 5th. Yeah. So again, with the Chiefs not having to worry about seeing the Eagles unless they meet them in the Super Bowl, it makes it kind of easier to trade with the Chiefs then.
Yeah.
No, but that Nolan Smith shit like threw me for a loop. He tore his tricep and was still getting by linemen and throwing them off. I know he was hurting. You got business doing this, bro. It's like you play edge. This man's sitting in the middle of the field. You gotta run at this dude in the A gap.
So let's see. Last pick.
Jihad Campbell.
Who are they gonna go with?
Crazy, bro. Eagles find a way, bro.
They could go with Mike Green. They could go. They don't need. Do they need a
6'3",
cornerback?
6'3", 235, bro. Sit in the fucking middle, bro.
Man.
You don't want to see him blitzing.
He played for Alabama. That's all you need to know. They're pretty big. Oh, he's got some speed.
You want us to continue Drake May talk? We're done talking with Drake May.
Oh,
not till tomorrow.
He was a good leader in college, which he was. I wonder how they're going to use him though. The Eagles, I think they're actually going to set him in the middle more. But they got Nolan Smith on the edge. The only thing you can put him in on the edge like that.
oh,
Excuse me.
Let's go.
All right. As soon as we get this last pick, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for the night. I hope you enjoyed watching. We actually had a pretty good steady flow of people watching today. Remember, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe, and everyone else in between to subscribe. And leave a comment, leave a like. That's what we want. AJ, you still streaming games for Call of Duty, or you doing GTA? What you doing?
I have not played Call of Duty in like a year and a half.
Oh damn, I'm outdated.
I'm probably start doing
Forza.
Not reactionary stuff, reaction channel.
Okay.
My 2 cents.
Your 2 cents.
I prefer to do it with a homie, like maybe Dion, or do it with me or something. Especially if you live down the street now. You know what I'm saying? Dion.
2 niggas in Phoenix. Look at that.
They're trying to get you out there, Jerry. Is the thing.
Yeah, they've been trying to get me out there. They've been trying to get me to move out to Phoenix.
Like the heat.
I love the heat. I love the heat. I just need more Haitian folk out there.
8 months out of the year, fam, it's 100 degrees.
I just need more Haitian folk out there. But all right, so reactionary stuff. So where can they find you at?
Hold off on that because I gotta redo my channel.
All right, cool. But y'all can find them. We're also gonna have some reaction to shows or whatnot. Especially with this upcoming summer, there seems to be a lot of movies coming out. So we're gonna have a lot of reviews on that. It's gonna be on our second channel called Watch That.
Watch That.
So keep an eye out for that one. That's coming. And other than that, wish the best for you and Dion, and let our channels grow in prosperity, bro. In the meantime, what is the last pick? Yo, Kansas City, put your pick in, bro. We tired. We want to go to bed on the East Coast. On the West Coast, they're about to go enjoy the Nuggets Clippers game, but we trying to go to sleep. So what's up? Hurry it up. I came off a flight this morning. I'm tired.
Where you fly from?
Where was I? I was in where did I just come back from? Oh, I was in Pennsylvania, but I pretty much was in Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad over there, and the houses are cheap. If I'm moving somewhere, I might be over there. Yeah, be more. Yeah.
Get some crab?
Nah, crab is devil's food. I ain't eating that.
Excuse me?
It's devil's food. I ain't eating no crab.
Where is that in the Bible, sir?
Where is that in the Bible? It's in Revelations 8:3. Chapter 8, verse 3. And for crab we shall not eat, for they are the devil's food. They cause my throat to itch.
Oh, is that?
All right, offensive line, Josh Simmons is taken for the Chiefs.
Yeah, get Mr. Mahomes some offensive line help.
Yeah, because that's the reason they lost the game, honestly.
Yeah,
That
you need
defensive
it,
line of
man.
the Eagles was beating them up
You
good.
got beat by a dude with a torn tricep. You need a new lineman, fam. That's bad. No,
Yeah.
he played the rest of the game. He played 3 quarters with a torn tricep.
See, I didn't know that. And that, when you look back at it, it's like, wait a minute, you got that type of pressure on
Yeah,
him, and you would.
he had a sack. I think like 3, 4 tackles for loss. You gotta look at the stats again, but I think he had a sack for sure. But a torn tricep.
Yeah, their draft pick makes sense. Let's get younger on the line.
He gonna get ate up. That first year, especially
So
he might be straight in the AFC North. Well, actually, no, he getting ate up by TJ. From what side he's on.
the only good news is tomorrow they're not gonna have as much time on the clock. That's how we'll be able to get the 2 rounds in. Marv, are we live tomorrow?
Yeah, what time do you want to? Are you coming down, or are we gonna?
I'm coming down, but if it's gonna end at 11, I might not go. I might not come
Yeah,
down.
that's.
I might head back home to watch the rest of it. But all right, cool. So we'll be live tomorrow, and sorry for the first half that messed up, but we'll figure that out. I gotta get me a new docking station. I'll run to the office here and get me a new one. But yeah, no. All right, guys. Yo, it's been a pleasure.
AJ, good seeing you, bro. Talk to you
Yeah,
soon.
I seen